Going live. Live from Dave's basement. It's Thursday night.
You know how funky that sounds from Dave.
That sounds funky.
Remember all those hippies and they'd be living in their parents' basement?
Yeah. That's today. Hippies, there's just people.
Yeah. I guarantee there's
call millennials.
Plenty of adult men playing D&D in their basement. And we are some of them. And I, for one, love it. As we continue, this is welcome to Dave's Imaginations for another episode of Dave's Imagination Presents Dark Queen Association. Dark Queen Association. No, Dark Queen Ascension. Who's the Dark Queen? We don't know. Is she ascending? We don't know. Because we're in Barovia. We're in Adventures in Barovia. And we are...
Where's your intro?
Where is my intro? By popular demand, I need to flip over to OBS and run our intro. We'll jump over oh, that's my logo. There's my game layout board. We'll switch over to our screens, and we are over to Foundry. We are in the land of Barovia. We have collected our 3 artifacts. What are our 3 artifacts?
Sunsword. The tome.
Sunsword, tome.
And what's her face?
And Amulet Ravenkind.
Ireena.
And what's her face? Yes, what's her face
Good
is your
what's her
ally. Ireena.
Ivanovic.
That's right. Ireena is your
She's the 4th artifact.
She's your ally. As Madam Ava has told you that she's your ally. Last week, and I'm sure everyone has rewatched the recap over and over and over. As they all roll their eyes at me. I get it. I understand.
I watched it.
I know. I appreciate it. I rewatched it at 4 o'clock because I wanted it.
It just refreshed.
It's a refresher. It's a recap. As last week we all had our all received our gifts from the gods. Some of us have revealed more than others. Some of us have revealed a lot more than others. Most of you have revealed next to nothing. And after that, after you received your gifts from the god and you shared what you were willing to share, we went up to the library, checked out the library, and we checked out a book. And we checked with the librarian, but he was a little skeletal and a little dementia going on there, and so we decided to hightail it out of there. We tried to take the Shield Guardian with you, but it kind of deactivated, depowered. As you went through the teleportation brazier and you tried to figure out where all the different locations were, you finally happened upon one you thought was relatively safe, which was the Abbey. And you appeared in the 2nd level Abbey, and you went down the stairs only to find this is the very room where some of you had broken your pie addiction. And gained the ability to turn into plants, or gained a distinguishing white streak through your hair. And you had a little conversation with the abbot, who revealed that that teleportation device really belongs to Strahd, and he most certainly has identified or recognized or knows that somebody has used the teleportation device. And with that, you said, "Bye-bye, we're out of here." As you beelined it out of the Abbey of St. Markovia and headed toward not your lodge, not the Owlbear Lodge. You walked right by that and said, "Know what? We would rather go back to the haunted castle, known for having spirits, known for having killer spiders. We would rather spend the night there because that sounds safer than the place where
no one knows we're going there.
It's asymmetrical. That's what I supported.
No, it's because we told the abbot we were going to the lodge, and now we're going somewhere else in case someone comes looking for us.
Yes, fantastic idea. Fantastic idea.
We have to keep.
Because Strider's been looking for spiders for some reason.
Spiders, yes, and Christian or Stryder is all excited about finding spiders. There we got our show players. Sure, we'll show that to players. Ken, is everything copacetic here? Can you see everything?
Yep. That looks way creepier than I remember.
And the voice is popping, so we got sound going here. No surprises there. And we're going back here. Yeah, half the building, the whole, I don't know, was that the one side, the right side of the building is all collapsed and covered with, only thing this doesn't show you is the multitude of cobwebs that are surrounding that end. If I could throw a spider on that picture, I would. So, we left the Abbot about 5 o'clock. We walked a half hour, and half hour into the trip, Raven lands in front of you and kind of pulls you off the path, and asks you for food, and you recognize this person. You recognize this person as one of the Matikovs that was in.
Did we get a name?
I don't know that you ever got a name.
There's a family apparently. They were starving.
He was
the one we rescued, right?
He specifically was the one that rescued, and he caught back up with his family, and he asked you, "Come help us. We're starving. Do you have any food?" And you gave him some food, only to be discovered by a pack of dire wolves. But you told them, "Fly to Argynvostholt, and you'll be safe there." And I wonder how true that really is. But fly to Argynvostholt, that's where you're headed. And as you guys dealt with the dire wolves and dealt with them, you did. Ultimately, that ended, and you're back on the road to Argynvostholt. If we do the math, let's see here. If we start at the Abbey of St. Markovia or Kresk. Let's see. I'm looking on the list here. Do I have that? No, I don't have it there. If I looking for. Let's see how long it is exactly.
So I need a young priest and an old priest. Exercise these dice.
Yeah.
And as you walk, there's the village of Kresk to Argynvostholt. Argynvostholt is 2 hours. What we said, 2 hours. We said it was 5 o'clock. A little delay with the. So it's gonna be after 7 o'clock with sunset at 8 o'clock. When you would expect to get there. If we consider all the texting that went on this week as the conversations that were happening on the walk there. Anyone want to share what some of those conversations were?
Where are we going to stay and hold up in this place? I think we should use the barrel room. It's the safest room. There's no windows. There's only 2 doors.
Right.
Barrels are gone now, right? So
We took some of them. We'll have wine to drink at least.
that too.
All in favor, say aye.
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 All right, we're staying in room 11.
Aye, Captain. All right.
Barrel room. Yeah.
There's no way out.
There's only
There's 2 doors.
2 doors, and they're both on the same side.
Perfectly
they're
sized for a fireball right.
The barrel room?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. So, as you approach the dark path, the shadows are growing long as we get into the late hours of the evening, and you know the rain starts to fall, and the darkness of the land. Even though you have an hour left to dig art, it's pretty dim outside. You walk up the path. You see the old statue of the silver dragon in front of the dreary looking house, and we can flip over to the Argynvostholt map. All right, here we are. Let's see what we got here. There's the dragon statue. Oh.
Mayor may not be alive.
The mayor.
That mayor may.
Oh yes.
That may or may not be alive. Sure. It does seem to be in exactly the same position that you remember it from before. Doesn't seem to be anything different.
Was there something we noticed about the pedestal though?
Well, there was some air.
Uh,
There was some air or gas escape or something that kind of puffed something.
Yeah.
What happened when there was a step we hit
Hmm,
that triggered it, right? Or it happened right around the same time.
something like that.
Yeah.
Could that have been the access to the tombs where all of those graves,
Hmm.
the catacombs?
Fair question.
When we did the cauldron, and we went to the different places, we looked through the different stones.
Yeah.
One of them was where there was a bunch of coffins.
Yeah. You're asking if that could be here?
Yeah, I mean, it seems to reason like this is an important place in Barovia.
As you approach Gloin, you would hear some sound off to the north in the woods, just beyond the site of the path. You'd hear talking, and it'd be voices. Oh, come on! A female voice saying, "Erwin, Elver, can't believe we found you. Where have you been?" And it's a harrowing tale. Harrowing tale as we were chased by those dreadful druids through the forest. If they weren't bad enough, we were constantly followed by those damned wolves and the werewolves. Fortunately, I escaped. I don't think they followed us. When you would hear that off to the woods to the north.
Don't look up. Guys, coming over.
Mommy, Daddy, is it gonna be okay? Who's there? Who's there? Oh. As the gentleman pushes through. Ah, friends. Glad to see you survived the wolves. I'm sorry we had to leave so hastily, but I have a family to protect. You must understand.
Did we tell them that it was going to be safe here, or that we were? Those are two very different things.
What?
Did we
You're
tell
saying
them either one?
You're saying
I
it's
don't
not
remember
safe?
saying either one.
We don't know. We certainly hope so.
It's going to be safer than a God find.
We ran into them in the woods, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the wolves showed up and they bolted.
Right.
I don't remember us telling them to meet us here or anything. Did we?
So
I think we told them.
remember it.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure we told them we were coming
Consult the
here.
video.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't watch the long version. Hold up. Actually, I don't know if you guys noticed, but with the long version, I did add bookmarks,
Yes.
which should make it a little bit easier.
That's all right.
Either way, we should get undercover.
Yeah, I don't really intend to bring that up.
So I will suggest. I assume we're now in contact with all of them.
Well,
Well, at least the
We've
lead
all
guy,
approached
he
you.
came
you're
out
the
of the woods.
ones that are standing in the path. We're in cover.
Well, we're going inside. If you want to be,
You're going
our
inside
protection.
there. You think
Yes.
that is safer than out here?
oh,
Yes,
absolutely. I can't change into a
50%.
raven and fly away.
We at least know the ghouls that are.
We've already been in once.
Do you have a better place to hide?
Yes, at the top of this huge tree.
Hey, if you want to stay outside, you may.
We're going to be inside.
You are ravens. We are not ravens.
Yeah.
You can hide in a tree.
So you may take your leave as you wish. We're going inside.
But Daddy, I've seen people so. Oh, honey, that building is full of spirits. Not to mention the spiders. I think one of us gets caught up in their webs.
Spirits are better than some.
I think we'll take our chances.
Well,
All right.
the password is
Oh, that's what a good idea. Rumpelstiltskin.
fair enough. Rumpelstiltskin.
Rumpelstiltskin. And we'll know it's you. He'll know it's us.
A capital R and a dollar.
If loud. Come to. Okay. You approach the house, the castle.
If I remember right, yeah, there was one of these stairs that triggered the
Yeah.
statue to do something. It
When
didn't.
the stairs it was
To fire something.
Nothing harmful happened, right?
No, yeah, it fired something at somebody.
Did it? I thought it just
just like a
No.
puff.
shut
It just emitted a gas.
It-
Like a puff. Like a.
from the statue.
like it
Right.
wasn't loaded.
It was right in the center
Oh,
of the platform on top of it, right in front of
Right by the doors. That's
Okay.
right.
Don't step on the number 2.
All right. We'll avoid the number 2.
Step on the dookie.
Well, I shouldn't do this for you. Is there an order you'd like to go in?
I'll go in. I'll take an assessment of the room, and then, as long as it's clear, I'll invite it.
Yeah, it's very much as you saw it. As you come in, a dark shape of a dragon drifts across the walls, across the room, and into this front room to the left. And that's if I had
Like
it
a
ready.
shadow or what?
Hello, Dragon Shadow again.
Again, that was pretty similar to what we saw before.
We saw it
Yeah.
before.
I think it's protecting this place, but he doesn't see us as a threat.
Wasn't there like a silver dragon?
Something attacks a spider
No, there was, yeah. It was
on the
it was-
rooftop. That was
Yeah.
a dragon. Silver dragon.
Yeah.
Could have been the second floor.
So you
Either
make-
way, I'm not looking to explore or find anything that we shouldn't be looking for.
No, we need to hunker. Hunker in the bunker.
In the room full of
We're all
wine.
agreed that we're going to use that room.
So
Yes.
you don't want to even tell the spirits that were here, the ones that were kind. They were quite nasty until we showed them I showed them the sort of my heritage.
I think if we showed them the sun sword, they may want the sun sword. Right? Because isn't that what he wanted, the leader?
He wants the bone.
Yeah, but he doesn't want us to succeed in getting rid of Strahd. He wants Strahd to live forever.
Live in this torment, this hell that is
Right.
just for him.
Oh, okay.
So if we bring him and show him all these things, where he sees that sun sword,
Yeah.
we're gonna have some splaining to do.
Don't want that.
I would hate for one of the spirits to wander in here in the middle of the night.
Raise a good point, because if we make it into sneak into Ravenloft and we get the bones back, so they're dragon bones. A bit hard to
Yes.
transport.
Remember that quest that we had? That's one I didn't throw at you. If we were to somehow find the skull of the Argynvostholt, they would rally to our aid,
So we want.
and we could
there
light
was-
that with a beacon. Remember they were talking about the beacon.
So there were the spirits who were hanging out in the chapel, which I think was in the back, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was the guy hanging out up on the second floor.
Those weren't
Third
good
floor.
guys. Oh yeah, the third floor.
And there were more on the third floor as well.
He was the one who was all about, I want Strahd to live in hell forever.
Yeah.
So
Right,
we
just
don't need to
like-
tell him the whole story of what we're planning to do. Just
The
that
Knights of Meat.
we're hunkering down here.
This room, I see no second door.
There's no
They're on
second
the right.
door.
What's that door right there?
Oh yeah.
Go on the right.
Come
Then
in
you
and
see
then
the
go to the right.
smashed up room.
Yeah. It goes,
Oh, the next room.
no.
This room.
No. Well, we're saying there's a door right here.
Yeah, there's a door right in between.
Oh, there it is. I see. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There seems to be a barrel missing.
Or two.
We took them all.
We took, at least
I don't
one.
think you took
We
all
didn't
of
take
them all.
We took several.
We took one or two.
And I would suggest we set up some alarms so that if things do happen, we're alerted and we know before the doors squeak. Open with a fireball, like you say.
You're sure we shouldn't introduce ourselves?
I'm not opposed either way, but I don't
think-
want to
Careful
create.
what we
It's a simple-
say to 'em.
Yeah, I was gonna say is let them know, hey, we're back.
And since maybe you're one of the clerics of light there, aren't you, Gloin?
But we were commissioned to clear out this place. We never went back to the burgomaster till we did.
You went back there once,
Yeah.
and you said you weren't done yet.
But yeah, okay.
Frankly, that's really low on my list.
No, I just was thinking as he moved in.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's only been a day.
There's no evidence of that.
So yes, I will go. Does someone want to go with me to go find the spirits and let them know we're here?
And I'll start.
Yes.
All right.
I will start rituals to set up alarm.
Yeah, Oloc will help with that too.
Yeah, maybe we'll figure that out.
So if I
after.
remember right, the chapel where some of them hung out was in the back.
Yeah, it was
first
straight
floor.
back, all the way to the back. Oh no, it was zigzag, wasn't it? We had to go through 10 to get through and turn right.
Can't you just go up these stairs?
Yep.
Yeah, but some of the spirits are hanging out
Oh,
back
yeah, straight
in the
back.
chapel back here.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't remember those being very friendly to us.
They weren't
Right.
Yeah.
until you showed them the sword.
Ireena
So
saw it.
Ireena's coming with us.
Yeah, so Ireena.
So
We should probably have her leave the sun sword here.
Yeah, maybe she should leave this on sort of.
so who's going back
Yes.
here?
It's just a hilt.
Gloin, Ruckus, and Ireena minus her sun sword.
The sun sword is literally just a hilt. You could, stick in her waist.
But they might recognize it.
Yeah, might recognize it,
feel
or
it.
might just sense that it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point about the sensing thing. We are dealing with spiritual beings.
So she gives it to.
Actually,
Veronica.
same thing with the
She'll give it to Varinka.
whatever thing Gloin has.
Amulet? What
Yeah,
about
that thing.
And I would
Amulet of
give her
Ravenkind.
in exchange my +1 sword, so she has.
She has one. Yes,
No, she has
Yeah.
two.
Now she has two.
Yeah.
She can't wield two,
Yeah.
but she can hold
Well,
them.
mine is a single hand.
Well, they're both single. They're long swords, right?
Hers is. I thought hers was
Oh.
two-handed sword.
Long swords. You do it.
Long swords are
Either way,
versatile.
you can.
Versatile. It's
Okay.
Can you do double long sword?
so it's the sword that you can either do two-handed or one-handed.
Yeah.
That's a long sword.
All right.
Broadsword is.
Gloin starts to move toward the room, and Varinka
I
says,
have one.
pulls out her longsword and says, "I think it would be best if I went first." And as you go in there, you see the three figures kneeling in front of the altar again, just like they were last time. And she starts to make her way up, and she looks back at Gloin for any type of advice, because everyone seems to want to give her advice.
I'm not there.
Ta would go with him. You want to throw me?
And then her eye gets drawn by Ta, who comes in a little bit late.
A wizard is never late or early. Wizard arrives exactly when they intend to.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
And she walks.
We're stealing a lot of stuff from Lord of the Rings, aren't we?
We are. Yeah.
Great and tormented souls, I hate to interrupt your worship, your prayer, but I wanted no surprise, for we have returned. And they reach their sword for the sword and get up to stand, and she says, "It is I, Ireena, with my sword of heritage from the old. I beg you refuge." And they slowly, reluctantly put their swords away. "Leave us in peace, girl, as we continue our prayers." And she says, "Okay," and she backs away slowly.
No.
No, that was a good idea.
No, they know we're here, and they.
And she goes, "Right, this floor, I don't remember any other spirits in this floor. Do you?"
I think
No,
we just
there
got to
were-
go talk to the grumpy dude
I
upstairs.
think there was a
There were
spirit
some.
in the.
There were some lost spirits. Second.
Well, in that big room right there, where number 6, where we decided not to go in because I remember something coming out of the.
Something
Came
came
out
out
of the fireplace.
fireplace,
Fireplace.
but then it went on its way. On the second floor was lost. Third floor, there were more of the spirit chapel. along
Should we
with
go
the-
up to the second floor then?
No, third.
The third floor then. The third floor. The third floor is here. Who goes up? The same floor?
Second floor.
Right. Do I have? Oh, there. There you are off to the right.
They're all good. They are good. You, Todd, and Ireena. apparently.
Ruckus.
Oh, Ruckus too.
Yep, you guys.
We won't be there. You guys are 2 floors above us now.
No, it's up to you to finish
Finish
off.
Strahd.
Yeah. Now that I get the glaive, I can do anything.
So you hear sounds in this behind the doors of this first room. Ireena steps up the door and looks to you and says, "What do you want else or something?"
Big guys in the other room.
Yeah, I'm not remembering this guy.
They're the same as the ones down.
And they'd let her.
No,
Yeah, they'd let us
save
open.
this one guy. This guy was a name guy.
Oh yeah.
And she pushes the door open to see.
I was sitting in the chair over in the other room.
Is it different?
I moved him back.
Oh, okay.
This is where he starts.
Oh, okay.
And
This is a different person than different ghost.
oh, this is the second command. The first in command is still over here.
That's Grumpy guy?
That's the grumpy guy.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the second command.
Wait, your guys are on the 3rd floor?
We are on the 3rd floor.
Second.
Oh, I need to activate, don't I?
Second in command
No.
on the 3rd floor
I don't see him.
Yeah.
with his 4 buddies.
That's interesting. Leonard,
And there's
'cause
5 plates and 6 candles.
activate. Moving back
7
here.
windows, 9
Moving
beds.
back over here. Come on now. Come on, Leonard. Come on.
62.5
Come on.
mics. Get all that?
No.
There it is.
You got it?
I don't think there'd be.
I don't know why you're the L here.
And a
is-
cat.
Give me the number of
That's
spiders.
why they're-
I feel given the number of spiders that are large
Oh,
enough, you
yeah.
might-
Ireena pushes open the door and sees what looks to be a banquet hall, right? Although they're sitting around the table, eating off of plates that are empty, drinking from mugs that are empty. As she pushes open the door, they all stand up abruptly and look at her, and she says, "It's I. We have returned." And Sir Godfrey, this guy, stands up. "Did you get the relic? The relic, did you bring it? Can we finally light the beacon?"
Not yet.
"And why have you returned then?"
Respite.
We were just seeking shelter for the night.
"Yes, it would be unsafe to be outside. We should tell the master. Follow me."
And the relic, before us is the bones of somebody.
Bones of Argynvostholt,
The dragon.
the silver dragon of our order. You light that beacon, we can help you. We should be able to convince. What's his
Maybe
name?
then that should be our quest. Well, where is it?
It's
They
in
know.
Ravenloft.
It's in
Exactly.
in the dungeons of Ravenloft.
I know how we can get Dungeon Ravenloft.
How would you do that? Surrender yourself to Strahd, I suppose.
Well, that would be one way. I would not recommend it. Would you?
Not if you want to live,
No, exactly.
or rather, not if unless you want to live.
Okay.
And he comes around. Vladimir, your patience we beckon. Why do you disturb me? The adventurers have returned. And why would they return here? They seek refuge. Come before me. Go before him. Yes.
Sure. You only live once or die once.
This game you can die 3 or 4 times.
I think I had a picture.
Okay. You're up. Who would I? No. Right. Oh, looky there. Joe.
Yes. Why do you come before me today?
Simply seeking shelter for the night. Let you know we were here, so wouldn't be surprised
Certainly
if
there's
we-
better places than this wretched castle.
And stay out of
The
Strahd
lodge is
Bridge.
full, and this was the closest place we could get.
No, that's
If we
place
knew-
Strahd would look.
Give me a deception check.
Not these babies.
Is it deception?
Is the lodge full? Do you know that it's
Yes.
full?
Well, it was last time
we were there.
Right. 24.
Surprised the
It's very
lodge would be
convincing.
full. I guess on a dreary night such as this, no one would want to be out. Your lodge is full, the inn is full, I suppose. Why are there so many people?
Probably for Ravenfest over in Oloc, right? Big.
Ravenfest.
Strahd put out a bounty on all the ravens.
Yeah, I am not the Cubs.
Don't get out.
I sit here and watch over the land and make sure the torment never ends.
You make sure the torment.
Strahd must suffer for eternity.
His torment or the land?
His torment
How are you doing?
by preventing him from leaving from death. He must live in this torment under the curse that is brought.
He likes the status quo. He doesn't want to kill Strahd. He wants him to stay.
He's
This
eternal
living
suffering.
hell.
That's his point of view. Yeah.
Do you think Strahd is?
Yes, he does. So he lives in this death where the love of his life is continuously out of his reach. He does believe that.
And what would you like us to do again? Go into Ravenloft, find the silver dragon.
Who told you to do that? It was the other guy.
Now it's out.
Godfrey, what are you telling this man? Never mind, Vladimir. Never mind. Never mind.
Trying to keep secrets from the boss.
Hey,
An aside.
Stirred up all kinds of trouble.
And exactly how were you aside?
Those were my thoughts in my head.
Oh, okay. Be gone. I wish not to see you. All right. You've gotten your permission to stay.
Right.
Oh, and could you send out some extra pillows?
But you sleep forever.
Back to the main floor.
Yeah,
Indeed.
put us down there with Franco before he wards us out.
Like, hey, you can pass as many times as you want. When we set alarm, friendlies can go back and forth.
So it's something that will wake us up if
Wake
somebody...
me up.
Okay.
So when we
Or
get
Oloc,
there,
if he... What?
so the head guy, the first guy, doesn't really know about and care about.
I think
Getting
the
the
others are
bones.
ready for the end to come. He's not.
Would it be worth? So we'd be going into Ravenloft to get the bones, then coming back, and then going back into Ravenloft again. This doesn't make sense to me.
No.
Except that we could gain some,
Are we all sitting around the campfire
An
talking about
army.
this?
well, small
Small.
contingent.
I thought
but they'd be
bones
fairly
would-
strong.
I thought the bones would release them from...
Have you
They're
not watched
fine.
Lord of the Rings? He would. We would make a deal with them.
That they would...
They can have the skull once they help us get rid of Strahd.
Can they even leave this castle?
Well,
In their current form?
Hold on, weren't the bones? Wasn't it? Didn't we theorize that that's what was keeping Barovia outside of the regular plane? Isn't that what's trapping everyone here?
I think you were half right. I think it keeps Strahd.
The bones do?
No, bones keep Strahd from being.
So the bones, the dragon skull, right, is needed to, you bring it to the beacon tower, it lights the beacon, and would bring sunlight back to the land.
Right, which is
Okay.
mists.
The beacon would.
No, it would not dispel the mist.
Oh,
But it would bring back sunlight, which in a land full of vampires would be a kind of a nice thing.
Yeah. Of
just half of the time.
course, he'll just still be in their castle dark, or still have to get him.
I'm ready. So I'll set my alarm at that one door. I imagine Oloc will set one at the other door. Do we
Right.
want to set one any farther out?
Yeah, I'm thinking definitely at 2. That one there
Right at the front door.
to the doors. And then we know that there's the back entrance by 8. I'd say probably set one there. But I don't think we know of any other entrances in here.
8?
Well, yeah.
Where's 8?
It's back behind.
Oh,
It's
here.
that little like stairway down. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I guess we know these 3 doors.
Yeah.
Might be a little overkill.
And yeah, you do know that those are
There's-
spiders over there.
Yeah, there's also 3 to the south. Get all of them?
Oh,
It's
I
a
mean,
ritual,
we can set
so-
it as many times as we want.
Oh,
It's a
10
ritual.
minutes forever.
okay.
And it's only 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess 11 minutes to cast. There's 2 of us. We could cover
Okay.
as much of this as we want. Yeah. I guess every outside point of entry, and then the 2 doors coming into the room we're in. And then I'm making mine so it's all of us can pass through. I'm not excluding the people staying outside. I want to know if they come.
Yeah. And so you'll do the outer doors, I'll do the inner doors.
Okay.
And you're just going to do them all.
The two that are into the barrel room.
So I put out 4 circles here, marking where you put your signals. Have I missed any?
I think we should add one there.
Maybe the temple entrance, because there's an entrance there.
There. I think those are the other 3 ways into this room.
All right. Am I missing any now?
I think the temple, right?
Move
temple
the one you
entrance,
just
right
put
there.
up to the door by Gloin. I think that's the only change I'd make.
Like that?
I think the other door. Yeah, that's fine.
Well, because there's so many ways into this room with the table. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
There's a stairway coming from outside. If you can get in there.
Is
It
there
becomes overkill at some point.
is there more that
Right.
you want me to put?
I think we're good.
Yeah,
Tomorrow,
I think
you're
we're
right.
set.
It might be interesting to check that.
Where you point at?
16.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we never went out there, did we?
Not according to my map.
Yeah. Who thinks there's a teleportation bridge in there?
It's just the right size.
Well, technically, more or less within the compound. I mean,
Or it's where they keep the dragon.
It's been so long since I've been warm. Could we not set up inside this other room that has a fireplace?
Remember what came out of the fireplace? No.
It's got more windows. Too many points.
water
And a haunted fireplace.
Since we booked it halfway here, I'm feeling pretty warm. You
It is
huddle
sad
next
we
to me,
left
little
our
one.
warmth and cart and skeletal horse.
Fine. Room seems like we better.
No,
Yes, but there is buddy.
So she wants to be in that one with the fireplace, and only 2 doors in that one too,
But
and windows.
Ruckus is remembering something about the haunted fireplace.
Cares about ghosts.
That was
This
one.
room 6.
Oh, but what about this one then?
That was room 6. That had the haunted.
10.
Oh, so you're talking about 10?
Which
That doesn't even have a door on it.
There's a curtain into
Yeah, curtain.
a room with a bunch of windows.
And she pulls it back, and she sees the spirits look at her, and she's holds out the sword. friend, we have refuge.
Oh, there's spirits.
And do not want to get.
Who's just gonna Ireena,
Yeah.
get in here.
We can lock it down,
Fine.
and there's no spirits in it.
We'll put barrels in front of the doors,
Except for the wine.
and that way, whoever tries to
Yeah, Ruckus is definitely
gonna have to work
up for
for
a
it.
drink. It's been a long day.
Agreed. Are we gonna check out the graveyard and outside?
Not
Before we
tonight.
go to sleep?
Night.
Yeah.
We want to do that tonight.
Oh, well.
Might as well.
No.
I'll go with you.
Let's do it. Come on, Ta. You always want to do something silly.
Nice knowing you.
It's the wrong S
They
word.
want to go out to through the graveyard.
If
to
Tapa
the
doesn't want to go, I will
They're-
relent
they're
on
play-
this.
Yeah,
If
makes
Tapa
sense.
doesn't want to do something, it's probably a bad idea.
Taw's on board.
When you're in a
Let's
horror
go.
movie, you
Where'd
make
Todd
bad
go?
decisions. It's what
Yeah.
you do.
Truly.
We're tired, we're beat up,
I
we're out of
know.
spells. Let's go romp through the graveyard at the dark.
I've got a few more. It'll be fine.
Got
I do as well.
2 first level spell slots left.
If we hear you screaming, I'm not coming to help.
I know. I'm getting my rucksack out. Comfortable.
They're walking away. Anyone else following?
No.
Someone should start making some mulled wine while we're.
I can't believe Oloc
There's
is doing this.
6 barrels full of wine in here. Just
No, mulled wine.
He wants you to heat it up.
The mulled wine does sound good.
Ruckus is having some wine straight out of the barrel.
Lying on his back.
So I'm going to spend this time examining the glaive, starting to familiarize myself with it.
You should let me go first, in case
And
they
the
turn
outlaw.
around. Very quietly. You know, stood there first. And she opens the door, and they look at it. And just going out for the restroom break.
Pass them through.
Restroom break.
Why don't you play
Quickly.
through?
Quickly.
Or
15. Tucked behind the mansion is a fog-shrouded cemetery enclosed by a 7-foot-tall fence of wrought iron. In the northeast corner stands a mausoleum. You suddenly feel like something is watching you. Looking up, you spot a well-dressed man with a thick mane of thistledown hair observing you from a high tower window. He draws the curtain and disappears from view.
Does it appear to be one of the rooms that we've...
Well, it's not. I don't know if it's one of the rooms or not, but it's definitely one of the guys you already met.
Sure, he's just checking up on us.
As you push forward, you make for the mausoleum.
You observe there are several graves.
Oh, that was kind of going to be my next question. Are any of the graves freshly disturbed?
Is it?
it looks like it in the picture. Yeah.
Well, I think he's
These
saying
pictures
could be
since
deceiving.
we've seen them before.
Yeah,
Are there
it
more?
doesn't. Thick fog obscures the fact that 5 of the graves have been dug up. Would you like to go and inspect them more closely?
Yeah, why not?
I would.
At least there's one.
I mean, it's
cleric
already
out there.
been dug up, I mean, right?
Maybe by someone putting something in,
There's one godly wizard.
or something trying to claw its way out.
Oh,
I sound like you guys.
it's
now.
inspection
Well,
checks,
that's what
guys.
it's like now.
You guys are usually the pessimist.
Investigation.
It says inspection.
Investigation.
It says closer inspection and successful wisdom perception checks. Perception checks.
Okay, perception.
So, question is, can Oloc put a chainsaw on his arm?
It is a dirty 20.
Yeah. So, reveals that the corpses buried there crawled out of the earth. Of the missing corpses, there is no sign, but the surrounding fence is intact, which suggests that no one got into the cemetery from the outside.
I'm guessing those are pretty tall, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
8 feet. What was what?
Okay.
It
No,
was
we're not talking about like a hip hole.
7-foot tall fence.
I don't remember fighting any undead creatures inside.
I don't know.
Nope, just those ghosts.
Alright.
Shall we press forward and see what's in this building?
Well,
Go
hold
for it.
on.
Find out.
What was the door face to face with Strahd?
Are they.
Strahd's not gonna be here.
Is there any
Only 'cause
indication
it'll
of what
kill you.
direction they went? Like, did they all crawl into
There is.
this room that we're about to open?
Yeah.
Spin up new characters.
You can tell that although you can tell that they crawled out, that it's been some time since they did so. That the mud around it has been flattened by the moisture the rain that's been falling. It's been some time.
Define some time, like a week or a month or.
That's a little bit hard to tell by the sloshy mud. So you can tell that it's not today.
It wasn't today. It wasn't yesterday.
Probably not yesterday.
Okay.
Shall we move forward then?
Of course, of course.
Are you ready? Are you?
I was born ready.
Okay, we'll push the door open. Tarnished silver-plated gargoyles shaped like dragon wormlings cling to the store-tiled roof of this mausoleum. An 8-foot tall, 4-foot wide, white marble door set into the southwest wall is engraved with the name Argynvostholt.
Argynvostholt Mausoleum. People are just dying.
The interior of the mausoleum is dark and dusty.
You had to
You
root
s-
for that one, didn't you?
You see 4 empty alcoves with raised floors. Etched into the far wall is a verse written in Draconic. Anyone, can any of you read Draconic?
Yes, I can.
I'm not sure why.
I could read it before.
Could you already?
I can read.
It reads, here lie the bones and treasures of Argynvost, Lord of Argynvostholt, and founder of the Order of the Silver Dragon.
Bones
Oh.
and treasure.
This is the bones of the guy upstairs. Am I getting my people right?
No, it's not the same
His
guy.
boss.
Argynvost
Okay.
was the lord that started the group, I guess. And the Silver Dragon, the bones were buried here until they were stolen. So this is where you would return those bones. This is where you would put them to light the beacon.
Now, just to be clear, were all the bones stolen or just the skull?
It's the skull is what is need to be returned here for it to be relit. So
Theoretically,
I'll say there's no bones here. They've all been stolen, but the only thing you need to return is the skull.
Are there any secret staircases?
You search and you don't. This is a nice room. It seems secure and watertight, more so than some of the other buildings. However, there is just the one entrance, and there is a cemetery. What in the 9 hells could crawl out of there?
Want to stay in here for tonight?
That's your imagination.
We could get the
But
rest
there's
of the
wine
group
in
to-
the other room.
Oh, we could roll a barrel out here. We have a party in the graveyard.
Is that how it goes? Roll out the barrel.
Fun.
I wonder if they warmed some of that wine. Mulled wine sounds particularly good on the evening like
Last
this.
I saw, they were just drinking it straight from the source.
Hold on, I think I can warm up. Yes, I can warm up to 1 cubic foot of non-living material for 1 hour.
That's
There
a
you
handy
go.
skill to have.
Shall we return then?
Yes.
Almost as good as the ability to make
I can do
margaritas.
that too. And I take the pouch and I put it under my arm.
I was gonna say.
This cemetery is creepy, no doubt. Quiet. Tell you.
Good question. Would we trip the alarms that have been set?
No, they're
No.
we have a pass. Very well now.
I'll have your badge.
It doesn't look very big for,
No
It's
rank
cozy.
no brazier in the
Well, but
mausoleum.
again, 1 or 2 of those have more room than is shown.
Yeah, fair enough.
Granted, it's not a ton, but it's more than what's shown.
And you still have the racks that you carry out of there. The racks that would have metal spikes in them. Little bits of brackets and stuff everywhere for those that care.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess. Is there any material that would be handy to me?
If you want to spend an hour harvesting, you can find.
Oh, I most definitely would.
Yeah. So let's give me an investigation check.
Ooh, that's a natural 20 for 27.
Oh yeah, 27. Yeah. So you
Screwdriver that
The-
hell out of that stuff.
the sad fact is you find plenty of things that you feel that could be melted down and repurposed into the metal that you want, but your bags are full of coins and gems. you make a pile, right? In the middle of this main room, you start to build a pile, a nice pile. I'd say 4 feet wide, 2 feet tall pile of metal scraps that over the course of the hour you've pulled off or found as part of destroyed or destructed pieces of furniture, tables and doors, old candelabras, that type of stuff.
Well, I will know it's here for future use.
Ruckus had some wine. He's already curled up and trying to go to sleep. Like, you have to do that now. Make all that noise.
It's only 9 o'clock. For crying out loud.
Old man.
Some of us almost died today.
Yeah. Some of us did die.
Some of us
did die.
That's right.
I didn't die. You just lost consciousness.
I saw a light.
Oloc, as you're harvesting, flashes of lightning can be seen through the windows. Cracks of thunder as the rain seems to pick up as the night has fallen. Somewhere off in the distance, you hear a howl of a wolf. So, as we go to bed, as you turn in for the night,
First watch.
you're taking a watch. Anyone else taking a watch?
I'll take a watch with her.
So you do it with Varinka?
Yeah, I figured 2 would be better than 1.
All right. So you stay up for a couple hours.
We have enough people for that before I sign us on to that.
Stryder can do it in 4 and do half the night, right? You're an elf, right?
I am. But my goal here is to get my spell slot back.
All you need is 4 hours of rest.
Yeah. Okay.
That's your normal rest.
All right.
As an elf.
Yeah, elves
It
can
counts
walk.
as a full.
Yeah.
Okay. Then yes, I will help after their return.
So, well, they probably take a 2-hour shift. And Ireena would say, I would put my fair share. I will take the second watch. Who would be with me?
I will.
Very good.
That way
Hey,
you
Gloin.
can do it alone.
All right.
The last,
Oh, okay. Then
and then in return for $8.
Ireena and Gloin.
So who's
then?
with me then? Gloin?
Yeah.
All right, but the first shift is Varinka and Oloc. As you take your shift, where would you be?
In the I'm not gonna- just closest to the door, I suppose.
Okay, so you crawl over Gloin and stay next to the door. And give me perception checks, the two of you, individually.
19 plus 1. 20. Unnatural.
Yeah. So through the course of that 2 hours, so if you start at 10 p.m. and you went to midnight, right? Through the course of those 2 hours, the howls of the wolves grow louder and closer. And nothing like right outside your walls, but the sounds of the night are there, even through the stone walls of Argynvostholt.
Any raven yelping?
No.
Bet you they're not having a good night out there in the rain.
Well,
Birds think they can shit.
the birds stay out in the rain all the time, right? I don't know. How do ravens nest? Do they?
Yeah.
Lots of leaves.
That's fine.
Your period comes to an end,
Don't nest in it.
and you switch positions with Ireena and Gloin.
And for that 2 hours, I would have been concentrating on the glaive and learning about it, inspecting it.
Yeah. And what would Oloc be doing during his 2 hours?
Probably going over the Tome of Strahd.
Yep.
See if there's any glimpse of anything we're missing, and then trying to learn the layout of I'm blanking on the name. Wherever it is we're going.
Did I ever show you guys this? This is in the back of the book.
Strahd's place.
This is blueprints. And this is, I think, exactly what I gave you.
Yeah, I think you did.
I don't know. Can you see that? Anyway.
You could put it down here. And
Put it,
then
yeah, there you go.
put
Just
that
put it
camera
down
on.
Not that you're really using it, but
Yet.
That's in the tome, right?
that's in the tome. I think I sent you a link or to it. So you investigate that. Now you do have a book you checked out from the library.
Yeah, but didn't we decide we needed True Sight to
Oh, I guess
figure that out?
yeah, that's true. You have a book with nothing in it.
Blank book?
That's way past my abilities
Currently.
currently.
All right. Anything? So you're studying the maps.
Yep.
Your 2 hours are up, and you go nudge Gloin and Ireena. Dwarf, it's time. It's our watch. Where should we be? Come on, let's go explore. Come on.
Prices. Yeah.
We can't see anything from by these doors. Come on. What? What? Tell me, Gloin. What was that?
Oh, I was smack in the face.
A preemptive perception before I ask for it. As you seem preoccupied with Ireena, as she keeps asking you questions.
She rolled pretty bad.
Wow.
What'd she roll?
3+.
Whatever.
Because she's bothering me.
Both engaged in conversation. She's a.
What did the gods grant you? What was your wish from the gods? When? When will I see? When? Well, I need to know now.
No, you don't.
I'd really like to. I would hate to be surprised.
Oh, it's going to be a...
Wouldn't we all benefit from being tactically? Wouldn't it be an advantage if we knew our abilities before we went into battle together? No, it wouldn't be an advantage. This does not make sense to me. So, tell me, what waits for you when you were to somehow escape the mists?
What?
What waits for you?
Oh.
You have a Mrs. Gloin. Little baby Gloins.
No.
Little doggy Gloin.
What do you?
Yeah, dog.
So why leave? Why not just stay here forever?
Little cat Gloins.
Fur baby loins.
You like it?
My family is here. My brother is here.
Your family is slowly going leaving. Your dad's
Very sad.
who actually want to live here with the wolves and everything and Strahd.
Putting her
Not
in
with
zip
Strahd.
pocket.
We must end Strahd. But once he's gone, this land.
This is not my home, so once it's ended, I want to get out.
So what waits for you?
I have congregation.
You have a congregation. So you have people that rely on you back at your home.
Yes.
She's like, I already typed it. Say yes.
I'm not in my head.
Your line is.
It's already typed.
It's done. It's committed. It's in black and white.
And if you were quiet, we might actually notice that there was something actually entering the door.
So your
Let's see if I can roll better. There we go.
Your complexion has changed. What sacrifice did you make so that your skin tone could change? What did you accept?
That was sneaky. You almost got it out of him.
How is it that your complexion was so dark before?
We were in a spaceship, evidently.
A what?
A ship that left and went into the sky. And there were these strange people on
A
the
ship that could be in the sky.
Yeah. I know, it's weird, isn't it? That was quite an adventure. You should have been there.
Nice.
Well, I died.
You died?
I died. They saved my life, but their process to save my life changed my complexion. No longer with the pale and hardy dwarf that I've always been. I was this dingy, gray, awful looking thing.
Hey.
You mean like Ruckus?
Yeah.
Ruckus is a handsome gunmetal gray. Blue.
So, well,
You are great.
Yeah.
He's a half drow, quarter drow.
Oh.
My father's.
Twice removed.
I think that we see a change in him. Don't you see a change in Ruckus? I wonder what can he accept.
To let us know when he's ready.
I hate to think that someone has turned evil on us.
Wouldn't that be exciting? Then I'd have to kill him.
Yes. As she handles the hilt. When the time comes, the need be. So, when you get out of this place, what is the first thing you would do?
Rest. Talk.
Love it.
So, I'm not welcome to come with you then.
I thought you'd stay here.
I am going. I'm afraid I will have to stay.
Once Strahd is gone, they'll need to set this.
Yes. Yes. I think our 2 hours are up. Let's wake up Stryder. Oh, he's right here. Kick.
It's a good thing I got that long rest of 4 hours.
Yep, you've had your long rest.
That's all you
Yep.
need.
You get to do it, and you get to do it alone. In deep reflection.
I don't get that as a half elf, do I?
I don't think so.
All right.
You're up. And what do you do when you're... Well, first of all, tell me what you do, and then eventually let's roll your perception check. Or
So, what do I do? I'm on the lookout, in addition to being perceptive for trouble.
Stay in the room.
I do. But, I'm checking the corners, and I'm checking Oloc's pile for any...
Oh, Oloc's pile is not in this room.
Oh, it's not?
No, it's
Okay.
out here.
Never mind.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
a very
realize-
big pile of.
I didn't realize that. Okay, my bad. So I'm checking this room to see if I can find any routine garden variety size.
Okay. First of all, there aren't any here in this particular room. No, there are none in this particular room.
Okay.
But you know they're close. There are spiders here, and the itch is on you because you realize through that door is a room, and that room has a door, and on the other side of that door, there's likely spiders.
Yeah.
You think through this. There's just no food source for them here.
Understood. All
right. How about thinking through your personal quest? That's got to be weighing heavy on your mind.
Indeed. Yeah. I have thought about that. And I have an idea.
These are the voices in your head talking to you as you...
Right.
Gloin, he would say to you, how do you intend to get there? The logical Gloin. No, it's good. It's good.
No.
Your face fades in to the top of the screen. How will you get there?
And you contemplate and you think to yourself,
well, I have a means that I could get there. I could do it probably reasonably quickly, which reminds me, I need to look at this. So I haven't thinking.
What are the important things? Why?
Well, there's that.
you do have cold weather gear that's making nice bedding right now. Sure.
Yeah. So we'll say I'm noodling on that while I'm keeping guard and not.
You're not going to share with your thoughts?
Oh, well.
How would you get there?
Oh, but everybody's resting. I'm not supposed to be disrupting.
No, you're thinking to yourself.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that. I could fly there. Then we wouldn't have to use the portal. We wouldn't have to draw Strahd's attention anymore. I could fly there. Now that I'm amped up again, and so.
Be a big hawk long enough to fly there from here?
Sure, why not?
Oh, okay.
How long can you be a hawk?
Oh, let's have a look. Hang on.
You probably get there twice as fast.
As you pull out the map of Barovia and you kind of do the little check of the key of how far an inch is, and you do it and you figure out that it's going to be about 5 miles as a crow flies. Now you'll have weather to deal with and predators perhaps and mountain sides to navigate, but how far can the bird that you select fly?
Working on it.
Do some math.
Yep.
It's got a flight distance.
Yep.
Could portal back to the Amber Temple and fly.
Yeah, but really don't want to risk.
Yeah, alone.
Strahd caller ID.
Yeah.
As he thinks about that, I've got a soda stream in there. And in the fridge, I have 3 bottles of water. You can use that if you want, but you feel free to use the soda stream too.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah. So you take off the lid, the black thing, right? You don't have to screw it on. You just push it up and you push it back. You push the button on top 3 times, 4 times is what I usually do. Now, in the fridge, on the top shelf on the door, there's 4 little bottles. The green one is lime. On the back of the sink, there's a tablespoon. 1 tablespoon goes into the water after it's been carbonated. After.
I'm getting wine.
Oh, wow. I could actually get there fairly quickly.
How fast can you fly?
80 feet in a turn.
Okay.
And so.
Just Google how far does pick your bird, how fast do they fly, and they probably tell you in miles per hour.
Well, he was. That's what he was converting the feet.
Yeah, I converted
feet per turn into miles per hour, right?
Right, and then 6 seconds per turn. So how many seconds?
What?
And then divide that by 60 to get minutes. And so apparently I can get. Hard to fathom, but it says I can get there in about just over a half an hour. I'd have lots of time.
So you fly about 10 miles per hour.
10 miles an hour.
Yeah.
As a giant.
I think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
That's like how fast the
Now-
bicycle goes.
Depending on the bird, I don't know how often birds fly continuously for a half hour.
True. Sure.
But even if they didn't, if it takes an hour with breaks,
Right. Still there in plenty of time.
plenty of. How long does your conversion last?
4. All right.
Roll me a perception check.
Perfect. Plus 11. There's an 11.
11. So at some point during the night, the rain stops. And as the rain stops, it's very quiet outside. Like there earlier there had been howls of wolves, and they're not faint, they're not at all. I didn't hear you press the button 4 times?
Yeah.
You put the tablespoon in.
Tablespoon in,
All right.
turned upside down a few times.
I drink 1 or 2 of those every day now.
What do we make?
Carbonated water.
How does it compare to the stuff in the can?
Not quite as carbonated. Maybe I only did it 3 times.
Yeah, it doesn't look, when you opened it, it didn't. So I press it and hold it and press it and hold it.
Oh,
and
I
press-
just did like wait.
Yeah,
boom,
yeah.
boom, boom.
So
Right.
that determines how much you put in.
Right. I didn't want to over carbonate it and like have it blow.
What-
That can happen.
Does it have like canisters
Mhm.
that you
There's a CO2
replace?
cartridge.
That's right. And I'm not sure it leaks, so I don't think you could blow it.
Mm.
So when I push it,
Yeah,
I
probably
hear
it's a
it
safety.
vents out. Yeah. Anyway,
Rain stops.
the
No
rain's-
howls at all.
No howls at all.
That's
So we're 2 hours in at this point,
Okay.
and it's probably 4 a.m., 3 a.m., somewhere in there. And the rain has stopped, and when the rain has stopped, it's very quiet outside.
Have to be these lines carbonate it.
You can try. I allow you to try. They say don't carbonate after the syrup's in there, but I don't know why. Now, what I do know
Might make it dirty.
what I do know is when I try to add Splendid to it,
Oh, yeah.
and when I tried to use something other than that bottle in there, big mess. So those are a couple things I do know. I have not tried adding more carbonation after the fact. I'd say go ahead and give it a try.
Yeah.
If it's a mess, you're cleaning it up.
there you go.
And do you have a towel?
There's a towel sitting right there. All right, yeah, 2 hours. 2 hours in, rain stop, and it's really quiet outside.
Mm.
Pardon me. What are you gonna do?
What am I going? Oh, you know what I could do? I know what I could do. Maybe. Where is it? Where is it?
I think it's good, and I'm not killing cans anymore as much. And it's bubbly, the same bubbly as the.
Right. It tastes flavored is the same.
Uh-huh. What do you do?
Proficiency. Okay. So I have an herbalism kit, and I'm pretty sure I'm proficient with that.
That's
And
legal
it's-
now.
What's that?
It's legal now.
Yeah, right. This kit lets you add your proficiency bonus to any ability checks to make identify to apply
Play rock,
herbs.
papers and travel wherever you want.
Also, proficiency with this kit is required to create antitoxin and any potion of healing. Now, the question is, would I have the right stuff to make?
So it goes quiet, and you start thinking about making a potion of healing.
Yes.
Okay.
I have the means, or at least I have the ability. Whether I have gear remains to be seen, but I have this stuff. Pouches and vials. Okay.
So you think about this, and you look at where you're at, and this isn't exactly the right space to be doing it. You'd be noisy,
Right.
and you'll need to have a fire.
I can make fire.
Hopefully you know what I mean. You need to be able to simmer things
Right. Sure.
for extended period of time, and as far as the right mix of stuff, we haven't been talking about that all along. That hey, I'm keeping an eye out for this. I'm gathering that.
Fair enough.
But you think that there are probably herbs outside that in the forest that you could probably go search for and find.
Follow.
You're right.
Time.
I could.
So
Not in the middle of the night when the owls went quiet.
right here's a door. On the other side of this door is a room. Behind one door are spiders. Behind the other side of the other door, it's a whole forest full of herbs that you might go explore.
Right. Neither of which I'm going to do. Then I would be leaving my post, and I don't do that. All right. So.
So, unless you're thinking you're gonna go investigate something, the 2 hours is gonna pass.
Okay. Do I need to do another check?
No.
Another 2 hours?
No.
All right. Then no, I'm not doing it. Stand
All
on my
right.
post.
It is 6 a.m. and the sun is starting to rise.
You'll get out of it.
Yes.
Got your color back.
Well, especially if he's gonna go win over the horde, the rest of us get the day off, right?
Or you can. I mean, there's the
Drink
matter.
more wine. Oh, what?
Or there's the matter of the windmill. There's the matter of I don't know, the slave trade that we came to investigate originally. There's lots to do.
Oh, that's great.
See, I know all about that already.
Early to rise is Ireena, and she leaves.
What? No. No, she doesn't.
Varinka, your girlfriend's wandering off again.
Would I have been stirred, or we didn't set the alarm?
She just left. What do you do?
Stryder is in pursuit.
Okay.
Where are you going?
So you pursue.
Oh, absolutely.
And she gets halfway through this room, and you say, wait up, where are you going?
Indeed.
And she says, it's morning time, I must train. You may join me if you want.
Okay, let's
It's a dangerous way to go.
Oh.
Are you coming? 'Cause I'm-
Absolutely.
Well, she's gonna train by killing spiders.
Sounds like
She walks up 15 feet, opens this door,
Gargantuan spider.
Close
the door.
and
Maybe not today. Training today.
and when the spider gets to right here to engage with her, she does her little thingy bug bob, jumps back 15 feet, letting it come in. As it comes in, she skates and closes the door. And whoa.
Did she take it back?
Yes, she took it back from you. Of course she did. Don't be ridiculous. As she starts
I wouldn't let her have it.
doing forms with the spider, almost letting it live, touching it. it comes back, and maybe it gets her once. Damn, kicks it off, kicks it back, cuts it in half. There, that's one less spider that we have to worry about.
We all get along.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Stryder, what are you doing?
Enjoy the
Well, I would have placed myself at I would have been within reach of taking it down if it started making ground with her.
If you're going to join, perhaps we take on one that's a bit larger.
No, I'd really rather not.
Fine,
Take her up on
have it your way then. She opens the door.
No.
She steps out.
Alright.
Just the door's open. She's on the other side of the door. She looks around, just waiting for another spider to come. One starts to get close, but then from around the corner, dropping down for the ceiling, is a much larger one. She steps back, closes the door.
Huh.
Are you sure?
I'm quite sure. I appreciate your desire to become more proficient with this new weapon.
Fine. I'm going in here.
Alrighty.
Oh, sorry.
What are you doing?
She opens the door a crack, and she sees the spider kind of right there. She goes, "Are you sure?"
I'm quite sure. I think this is not the wisest move.
I need to practice.
Perhaps, but
Shh! There's a large one, a much bigger one right over there. You see it? Look at that big spider.
You were in high water for spiders before. Now you don't want to face one?
not like this. Did you not hear the request? Small, basic spiders.
Oh, okay.
Not giant, palm size or bigger.
What, you don't want one you can ride?
Quiet.
No.
Where there's big
Quiet.
ones, there'll just be little.
Let's go this way.
Maybe.
She opens the door.
Kill me.
These three spiders kind of see her and are watching her.
No, I don't want to do that.
I think we can get behind. Let's go out.
rest.
Why?
We need
I've got
we
something
need a
to.
plan we hadn't talked about.
Uh-huh. I would do that.
She goes to the front door. Come this
What
way.
she's doing.
This way.
Where? What are you doing? Where are we going?
We are training. I must practice. She opens the door, and on the stoop right in front of her is this container. And she steps out and she exhales and says, "What is this?" You open the door and you see it as well. You see it as well. Not exactly. Not exactly. Where is it? Preface? That seems. Oh, I can just double click on it. Because mysterious gift.
Ooh.
A container sits on the landing in front of the door. Container is approximately 12 inches wide and 12 inches tall. Container has metal framing that holds 8 amber plates that make up the container, right?
Mm-hmm.
Each amber plate is formed in the shape of a demonic face. Show the players.
No.
The eyes of the face are small yellow gems that seem to glow as they catch the light. Container has a lid with spines. Only a careful hand could possibly remove the lid without suffering a scratch. Inside the container, so she bends down to pick it up.
What are you Stop!
Wait, where did you find it?
On the front stairs.
First step.
What's a gift?
No.
It's a mysterious gift. Well, fine. I'm not gonna. We should investigate this, though. Would you like to get the others?
What?
Look, you can see through it. You can barely see. There seems to be something in it.
Well, we have to be careful. This looks dangerous.
It does indeed. Exciting. Terribly exciting.
All right.
Well, the best way to do it is to do it. She reaches down, she picks it up.
What happens when you
He who hesitates is lost.
Either we open it now or we take it to everyone else and open it together.
She's a woman of
Yeah, I get it. She's going to get us all dead. All right. Get back.
You know, it's starting to
Fight her way out.
feel like an option.
Ruckus has stepped outside to go to the bathroom. Stryder, we kick him once, or Gloin, we kick him once. He says, "Leave me alone, it's too early." And we go on to Katota. She gives him a little kick. You wake up?
Yep.
Katota, found something.
How come I can't
Oloc.
get in the room?
Drinka, found something. Let's let Grumpy Pants sleep.
I'll stir up. I'll kick him and say, "Hey, there's something going on."
No.
Kick you. Gloin.
Oloc, do you get up?
Yeah.
Drinka? Yeah. Stryder? Yeah.
I had a worse day.
the competition now.
I know. I'm just saying. I died. Did you die? Because I died.
You got a little piece then, didn't you?
She says, it seems to be a container.
Don't make me laugh.
Just stand back, let me fireball it, let's get rid of it.
I was like, I can open it with mage hand.
Well,
Yeah.
that would say,
Got a bunch of I can mage.
Yeah.
A bunch of mage.
Mage hand seems way easier than fireball.
who does the first mage hand?
I will.
Lorinka summons her mage hand.
I'll put it. We'll put the thing as far away from us as possible.
You set down the container on the far side of the room.
Yeah. The mage hand open.
Mage hand pulls the lid off. Nothing happened. I mean, you're 30 feet away.
Okay. I'll put the lid gently down on the side. Does it come off?
Yeah, it's off. It did take some force, but it came off.
I'll approach 15 feet.
Yeah, it's a container. You can't really see in it from 15 feet away.
Okay.
Headwalk.
Yeah.
I only think one of us should be walking up.
Well, Katota just walked up.
Yeah, so he walked up.
You walk up.
Stay back.
What's the
15 feet.
worry?
You look in there and you see that there seems to be a substance, a fine gray powder at the bottom of the container, and half buried in is a scroll. There's a wax seal on it and has some writing on it.
I'll reach and grab it.
You gently reach in.
I won't tell you. They're very
mage
mage.
hand, maybe?
Oh, okay. I'll use my mage hand.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. You reach in with your mage hand, you pull it out, and it says, "Did you already read it?"
Oh, there's a scroll here.
What
Make
is it?
sure I actually have mage hand.
Inside the container is a 1 inch of fine powder ash. Half buried in the ash is a scroll sealed with a wax and stamped with a stylized S. On the outside of the scroll is written, "A gift to the one that is called."
Keyword. Sure you want to accept gifts from me?
Yes, this is a very fine gift.
Would you like to open this scroll?
Oh.
It's in your email. I need
That's what I thought it was when I first saw the image.
I need a 10-minute break.
All right.
Or not. Between that and the barbecue, I don't know. Oh, it's not bad. It's just
So if Christian does go off, I'll be sorry. What are we going to do?
You don't
Because
know what
he's
it
tall.
is.
You do. It's
Yes.
from Strahd. That's all you need to know.
You don't know what it is.
I
You know
see
what
you
it is?
pick something up, a scroll. I
have
don't
an
know what it
idea-
is, but
I
you
have an
know what
idea
it
what
is.
it
So
is.
what the heck would you pick it up for? Don't make me suspicious if you die. It won't end well. Been the betrayer, and I've been betrayed. So that was the funnest thing.
Being the prayer.
Yeah. Chris was so mad. I still think she's mad about that.
How you feeling, Ken?
Pretty good. I've been cleared to go for like walks solo, which is nice, and then I can do light jogging again.
Are you
good.
back to work yet?
I gave that a shot today. That was a little. That was way more up and down motion than my head has done in 3 months. So,
Are you back to work yet?
nope. Earliest that'll be is February 7th, and I'm actually optimistic that that'll happen. So,
Oh.
we'll see here.
How long has it been?
I got hurt October 25th. It's been a while.
It's been
Yeah,
quite the
up on
hit.
3 months.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much
I,
the same.
I saw something, a video. There was a guy in a tractor, and they were loading it onto a ship, and it hit the. It was a big 2-story, truck, and it was loading onto a cargo ship, and it hit the ramp as it was going up. And the guy, man, he just flung right into the top of the thing. It's oh, so I can totally believe that kind of hit would put you on 100% disability.
Yeah,
Think
it's
about all the
it's no
football
joke.
players who
I
play
have
football over there.
I've been in concussion. I've been in the unofficial concussion protocol on the street. Street ball, you don't get anything. So when you hit heads, you hit heads.
Well, I have a nephew that played football in high school and had a scholarship to play football in college. Playing in college, he suffered a concussion and pretty much, again, I guess, depending on the type of concussion and the severity of the concussion, whatever gets impacted pretty differently. He lost like a lot of his, like, I'll say, there was stuff that he forgot, so much so that like it was like, okay, that's scary, I don't have that anymore, and so he stopped playing football.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that
Just not.
it's not worth it, and he was already, he had been injured in playing high school football, and he was still able to had his leg broke bad, but he was still able to play college ball. But then he got hurt he got that concussion in college ball, and it was like, okay, I
And
lost.
your love of the sport can be blinding to that.
Yeah. Well, he's smart, and he was like, Yeah, no. I mean, there was a specific aspect of his education and memory that just poof.
Yeah.
And he's like, I can't recall any of that now. And for now, I'm not doing that again.
I've heard a episode on the radio about people who think they've seen TV, not football. Like people who've never played, who didn't play sport, but like domestic violence survivors and people like that. People who have been in really bad car accidents, and people who are in the military, who a lot of or close. The scary thing about it was you can't be diagnosed with until they have to do a biopsy, a postmortem.
All tests.
Yeah. The only way they can, kind of like all where they can really diagnose.
What I'm saying is just think about all the football players. You can't tell me you played any amount of football at college or pro, or even, and not suffer some type of, especially on defense, or well, actually any position, except maybe kicker. Even then, he could get hit.
I've always wondered if the equipment is worth it. Like, you'd think that a helmet is there, it's going to help you. But it's literally putting a shell harder than your body around it.
Yeah.
And then you get in there and you get contact with those hard-to-hard contacts. And your head's just rattling around in there.
Yeah.
No matter what cushioning's in there, your head's still...
What's the one I'm saying is I don't think there's a football player who could play at any level of sport and not come out the end with head trauma.
Yeah.
Well, and the other thing too, to your point, I mean, if you ever have seen, kind of etched in my brain, but they saw an image once that was the diagnosis of like a knockout punch in a boxer. And they said basically what's happening is, your brain is on a stem, right? And the stem, your skull's free to rotate around the stem. And like, so what's happening is when the boxer gets hit, they're basically shoving his skull against his brain. The brain's in this space, and here's the skull around it. And when he gets hit in the jaw, it's like snapping the skull up against, it's mashing the skull up against the skull is what's doing the damage, right? Yeah. It's not, the punch, but it's like the punch is what slaps the skull into the brain tissue. And they're like, and a hit on the football field is no different. You're right, Noel, that maybe your head is held still, but your brain's still free to flosh around in there, right? And so, like my best friend in the whole world, he played high school football, small southern Illinois, small farm town. But he told me about one of his buddies who was on the team, who was playing, got hit really hard, maybe went out for like one play, went back in, played the whole rest of the game, had an amazing game, numerous tackles, fabulous game, and they were all cheering this guy on. And the guy's like, I did? He didn't remember anything about anything that he did during that game after the time he'd gotten knocked woozy. Played the whole game, and he wasn't even aware he was playing in the game. Had a fabulous game. He didn't remember a moment of it. Everyone's telling him how great he did, and he's like, really? I had a great game.
Is there anything placed in that map that looks like a coffin?
It's big. That's one thing I can say. It's big.
And we still don't know where the lore place is. Place of lore. It was, but is it there? Is there a library shown in there? We saw the image.
I hear.
Is everything in there? think you want to go to different places across the land.
One thing I'm looking for is teleportation.
That's what I'm saying.
So there's two. I think I found it. It's these green things.
Oh,
Is-
actually in the castle.
Yeah. So there's one here on map 11, which is, I guess, towards the basement, the dungeon. Then there's one in the spire.
So the
Well, we
question
heard about a
is,
spire, right?
Right.
Mountain
if
spire.
these are his teleportation, why does he want to go to those places? Why would he want? What's
I don't think.
well, the amulet was at one of them.
Ember
Does he know it was
holds-
there?
The Ember Temple
Was where
holds
this-
too many secrets and magical. Many reasons you want to go to.
Is he the one that placed these artifacts all around?
Well, they're saying that it's his teleportation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
but-
Were
but
they
did he
there
make it, or
before him
did
and he
he?
took them over?
I'm wondering if he's stuck. Do we know how the artifacts got everywhere? Because that very well could have been Strahd saying, this is a hard place to get to, this is a hard place to get to.
So if you read the description of the Sun Sword, it doesn't sound like Strahd put it
Could.
in the Amber Temple. I mean, he could have it.
But he could.
Right, Puppy?
Like an anti-vampire.
I'm not sure how it works. I mean, it's like the blade is always out. I don't know if it.
So, above the table? Yeah, I don't think he can be killed.
Yeah.
Right? We can dispatch him, but he's going to come back. And the realm that Barovia is in, like, he's in its own.
Below the
Realm.
table, Paul will tell you Strahd is a lich.
Yeah. That's not what I understand, but basically the same.
That's what I understand.
He's a demon lord.
He's a lich.
Barovia is his
What's
realm.
Witches are like
A dead wizard.
nasty.
So you watch the Harry Potter movies. Voldemort is well, not everybody has. Voldemort is essentially a lich. Where he takes a portion of his soul and puts it in an object, and then so
A reliquary.
yeah, like he can't be killed because part of his soul. So you have to destroy each part of his soul in order to.
But Barovia is in the shadow realm. I think it's
Based on
plane, the shadow plane. And so they're
I suspect that God is.
I don't know if we kill him that instant he comes back, but I think he's back.
It seems
But
like
he'll come back
even
and
if it's a
he'll be able to
temporary
do his-
inconvenience, would be exhausting, though. That would give us time to get the
Yes.
dragon skull out of there.
There is a force that will bring him back, but it won't be him. He won't bring himself. Can't.
So that would give us time.
Yes, get out maybe, but that's only if he's keeping the mist in place. Which, according to D&D 5e, the mists are not under his. Yeah, some of that.
Some of that might not.
Well, then how even really, so,
And you piss him off.
Yeah. So,
but these other
well, we might
people
piss him off
get
enough
out.
to let us
These
go.
other people are able to get out.
The what are they called?
I don't
The
think
Vistani?
Strahd views us as a threat.
And then the Vistani are not really. They're like travel. They can go in and out of the mist. They're the only.
So they have a special
Entity that I know
ability
of
to
that
do
has-
so, which people are
Right.
not.
Didn't they get that power from Strahd, though?
I don't know if that's
Or
from
that's what
5e or not.
that's what they told us, at least.
I don't know if that's in 5e, but from what I understood from 5e, they are they are a creature of the shadow plane, and they can go through the demon worlds. So each demon lord has their own subplane, like Barovia has its own subplane. I don't know. I know what I know from videos. I find it fascinating, and I'm really intrigued with the shadow plane now. And I know most of this because I was investigating it when I was doing my work for the campaign that I want you guys to do.
Yeah, what's the state of that?
Oh, I think it's mostly ready to go. I've got it all plotted out. I've got a storyline. I got everything. So just waiting for the right time. So you could end up there if we escape here. I don't know. We'll see where this goes because I'm really excited what Dave's got going. I like Varinka. I'm very happy with Varinka. Just above the table, I'm very happy with my character. I don't see me not wanting to play this character for a long time. So I'm enjoying her a lot. So for me, I think our party's perfect for the most part. Ireena's a pain in the butt, but she's gonna go away anyways.
We could use.
We got 2 clerics. We got fighters. We got wizard.
Yeah, we've got a pretty
elements.
good
We
balance.
got
Every now and again, there's having a rogue would be nice.
we got Ruckus.
I'm surprised. Artificers do quite a bit of roguish things.
Right.
Like, I'm not very stealthy, but I am just as good with tools as any rogue.
And we don't have a traditional meat shield like a barbarian,
Yeah,
but
we don't have a-
but when we meet the big baddies, we've got enough
Varinka's
stuff to throw at them.
Probably
Can-
the closest thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
the close. So Paul would tell the rest of the party that he suspects Strahd is.
We've been chatting above and below the table.
Okay.
Yeah, above and below.
You read the email?
I read most of the email.
Okay.
And you came to this conclusion because of something in the scroll, or you just in general from your knowledge? Thank you. Ruckus wants to know.
Strahd says, I am the ancient, I am the land, my beginnings are lost in the dark path. I am not dead, nor am I alive, I am forever.
Maybe we just tell him we want out. And if he
And
lets us go, we won't cause a ruckus.
the other the other thing Tal will say is, I don't think Strahd is us. And that's either a good thing and he underestimates us, or it shows us how much we're underestimated.
He was chummy with me, and now he's sending you gifts.
Yeah.
I don't think lost. I don't think.
Or is he just not worried about us?
Little
To
faith.
what effect? Like,
Yeah.
can we? And would he actually stay dead? And what difference would it make? We still can't get out of the freak.
Well, presumably, if we do get rid of him, the curse on this place that makes it so nobody can leave and makes it so the sun never shines away.
Yeah.
Right.
In theory.
Theory. I don't know. If he didn't create the mist, then killing him won't necessarily get rid of them. And we've already been hinted at by other people that he did not create the mist.
was like that before him?
Who came after him
No.
and to keep maybe him in.
In the tome, the story, right? You also gave us the story, which was the video.
Yeah, the book.
Yeah.
If you want to read the Strahd book, that is the Tome of Strahd.
Right.
I'll give you.
It
And I
was
think that's
by
where-
Chris Perkins. Right? It was Chris Perkins. It was good.
Chris Perkins read the Curse of Strahd's version of the Tome of Strahd, which was a nice big paragraph. It's a couple, right? But then there's the book, which I said you could read and you could have all that information as well. Yes. So if you were to read that, you would learn that Strahd, in his effort to get Tatiana, his beloved, all right,
He was in love with her brother.
and the power he needed to defeat his enemies, he made a deal with the god Vampire, which is how he became the vampire. But as part of that deal, the curse of it, though, is that his love is always out of reach and he is bound to the land by the mist. He cannot escape.
So he didn't create the mist.
He didn't create. He is locked by the real big bad is Vampire.
Right.
So killing Strahd won't get us out of here.
And it's entirely possible that
But we
he
don't
made
necessarily
this-
want
he
Strahd to
made
get out
this
either.
deal at Amber Temple with him.
We don't want Strahd to-
Seems
Yes,
to be a
true.
commonplace.
So
making deals.
Ireena will ask you directly, what is this talk? It's addressed to you. Why would they give it to you?
It's a message from Strahd. He's
But why is it given to you? Why not us?
it could have been any of us. It's something that means something to me, and he's sending it as a message to all of us. I think as a way of saying he knows where we are. He can find us anywhere. But also he doesn't view us as a threat. Because if he viewed us as a threat and he
Is there another scenario where we reunite him with his love and they go off into the sunset happily ever after?
Well, we gave him that dress, right? To the Abbottstein, Dr. Abbottstein was. You
You
saw
know that too.
You saw that abomination. No way Strahd would accept that. I'm afraid he wants me. Let him try.
You see now level 3.
4. Level 4.
Yeah.
I now have
what's
extra constitution, extra dexterity. Can you not see? And she'll march outside. There's another spider for you. Breakfast, perhaps.
Ireena, have you heard of the spell Kill Word?
How? No, she wouldn't have.
Yeah, she wouldn't have.
Right.
Tal will explain it to her.
Yeah.
But
You
when-
mean a person, a mage could kill someone with the very word out of his mouth.
That's
How terrifying.
that's how powerful Strahd probably is.
Yeah, we could do that like once, maybe twice.
There's 7 of us.
Exactly.
There could be more.
There could be more. Yes. What are you doing?
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
this
get
is
that over
the
there.
Stryder, why don't you go on your way?
Well, yeah, I just had to make sure that, Miss wander around training and get herself into big trouble here.
I'm trying to make me the best me I can be. What are you doing standing here?
Making sure you live to be the best you can be.
Last night,
Proof.
last night, Tal was ready to march on Ravenloft this morning, This morning with the gift, Pa is reconsidering that.
So what are we doing today? Do I fight spiders all day, or do we do something more meaningful?
I think we need to let him do his thing.
No, we need. Well, we don't
Yes.
know. We need to know more about your army. Is it something as like a one-time, timed out thing? Because we have a lot to do before we go to Ravenloft. So we need a lot more information.
We know the wildlings yesterday. We know the wildlings, druids at the winery. Do those not all fall under this umbrella that you say?
Yes, I believe they do.
And you telling us that you would have leadership over all of them?
Yes. Doesn't necessarily mean I get to order them into battle, but I'm hoping that they would follow suit.
Are you saying that you could set them free from Strahd's control?
Yes.
I don't know if you rebuild that. So
I hadn't, but that's all right. Clearly, it's important.
Sorry,
We change
I overstepped.
Changes calculation a bit, for sure. How much information do you want to share?
I mean, that's pretty solid summary. I mean, I need to go solo battle, which again is not a guarantee.
And then you
Does not guarantee victory.
You would become the High Mucka Mucka Druid.
Upon victory and taking care of like one other main activity, yes.
And we're aware of 4 different types of druids. There were 3 at Yesterhill, and the 4th was at the Ember Temple. Wildlings equal druids.
Okay.
Really?
Yes.
So those wildling creatures that were in that one room were
Would make sense.
Yes.
The guys with the wolf that your owl saw. They would
You as a whatever you were saw.
Right. That's when I was an eagle. Yeah. So if I go have this solo combat and I'm successful, then amongst a few other nifty bonuses that come with that victory comes the right of leadership over all the druids and wildlings of Barovia, and I free them from Strahd's influence. So it doesn't guarantee that they'll follow us, but I'd like to think that freeing them from his influence buys us some of our own influence. For a better term.
And if you free them from his influence, they might know something that would be useful that they'd be
Indeed.
willing to share.
Sure.
So what are you doing?
It definitely seems like a worthwhile quest for you to go on.
Agreed.
then what are we gonna do while
Right. And
So what do you need to do before you go?
I need to get to Mount Gacchus.
So what do you need to go? What do you need to do before you go to Mount Gacchus?
Change into something that flies there.
So what are you waiting for?
I'm
Fine.
gonna make
Hold on, before you go.
It takes me a while to make a familiar.
Tell him.
So I'm making an owl familiar.
Huh?
So I need about an hour, and then that familiar can go with you, and we have eyes and ears on you in case something happens, we get in trouble.
Okay.
And
Appreciate that.
we're close enough to help you.
I would like to cast a spell on you before you, so
Okay.
give you a little bit of help.
Now, you know that you have to go there, do your deed, but it's going to take you at least one overnight.
Yeah, the post victory activity could take a little bit.
Mhm.
Better part of it.
You're
So-
trying to keep
Seems
you
like
warm.
the perfect opportunity for us to go take care of the mill. How much have you told us about the mill?
You walked by it.
We looked into
Well,
it.
no,
kids
the
playing-
three of
walked
us
up-
that were
there was-
eating pies.
It equals death.
Yeah, I'm like.
That's what we know.
That seems like a worthwhile thing.
Marge, that's where Marge's bakery is. It's an orphanage.
And Varinka would say that Marge is pretty powerful because she just shut me up in a heartbeat. When I tried to pull a little hoodwink on her.
So does that answer your question? Is there more you need to know?
Nope. She seems like a bad person. That'd be a good thing to do.
I couldn't speak.
I guess
for like
Oloc would also be wondering, with all the materials I gathered, is it something I could spend a day working on? If we wanted to just have some downtime while Stryder goes off.
If you wanted to dedicate the time, so the challenge is, do you have a blacksmith ability?
I have smith's tools, yeah, and I am proficient in them. That's what you mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean. So
Hold on, let me make sure I actually have them. I think I do, but
so as a blacksmith, you know how to smelt and melt things down, and
There's no place to do that. Not in this castle.
unless he had the ability to fashion it.
The DM wants to kill it.
So
that would be my backup plan. If we don't want to do anything else, that's what I would spend my time. But I think taking care of the misnomers in Barovia would be better.
So I don't know with your artificer class what it allows you to do and what to not do. Right? You now have the knowledge of the techniques needed to do what you were gifted, right? So you tell me if you have everything you think you need here, or ask me a question and maybe I can answer it.
Okay. And so I think I've got the tools, I've got materials. I guess the question is if I need any specifics that'd be outside your standard sets of like smith's tools and tinker's tools.
No, I don't think so.
Like,
I think you have the tools necessary. So if in your mind you think you need a special foundry, a special smelter or something to melt that down, then you might not have it. But if you think that through your artificer class it provides you the ability to do this, then you have the ability to do it.
All right. Let me read through and see what that gives me. I'm not sure about something like smelt.
Yeah,
That's
well,
a good question.
I'm just challenging. Have fun with it, right?
Okay, gotcha.
You figure out what it would take to do it, and figure out if you can do that here. All right, between real life and your class and abilities.
Okay.
And then tell your story. And I would encourage that for all of you, right? On your own personal quests type stuff. But that does leave with you were casting a spell for Stryder before he goes.
Yeah. It's what I'd want to do, like right as he's about to do his wild shape. I want to do it before he wild shapes.
You want to talk through that?
Yeah, if we're there. Yeah, I'll just.
So, Varinka does her 10 minutes to create the familiar.
It's a 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have an hour before Gloin even wakes up anyway.
You're sending a bird along with him to report back on what happened.
Yeah, if he dies, we know where he is at least.
Leave no one behind.
What's that?
The hour passes, you have a
well.
familiar. Is there anything else we'd like to do for Stryder before he goes?
Yes, I will cast
Good luck.
Aid at 3rd level on. Rinka, how many hit points do you have?
Full?
Yeah.
70?
Aid
70?
on. I heard you're going to cast Aid on Stryder.
Yes, but I cast on 3 people.
Oh.
So I'll cast it on Stryder, Rinka, and Ireena. So that's another 10 hit points to your max, and your current hit points also go up by 10. So that lasts for 8 hours. So you better do all the dangerous stuff in 8 hours.
All right.
Oh, that didn't
Oh,
work. Spell slot. Okay, it's now been cast.
Enhanced ability only lasts.
So 10 to my.
Yep, 10 to your max and 10 to your current.
For 8 hours?
So, for 8 hours.
Which should be, your day. Yes, but for Stryder, you have to fly there and you have to figure some things out before you get to your battle. So it could be a few hours before you get to the battle, but that should still place you in the time period of this, as long as nothing goes wrong.
It breached triple digits. Well, between the temporary hit points and the raise to the new hit points, I'm at 100.
You have 100 hit points.
Well, it's
Nice.
the temp and the
Yeah.
new boost.
So when we do find Strahd,
Yeah, exactly.
Twice what I have.
yeah.
Yeah, but you're also a wizard.
Right.
Yeah, Ireena's only got 38. Well, 48, I guess, with the.
I think 38. She never took a long rest. I'm guessing her hit points will reset to 28 when she takes a long
Good
rest.
call. Yeah.
Also, we need to add a shield to
no.
her inventory.
I'm at
It
90,
doesn't-
not 100.
Show her as having one.
Sure enough.
Yeah,
All right. Yeah.
that's what it did for
So what are
Oloc.
we doing for the day if that we decided he's going to go do his thing? So what are we doing? Because I'm going to go with him if we're not doing anything.
I think we need to figure out how
Can't go
to
with.
No, can't go with me.
It's
Specific.
solo
No, it's-
battle.
It's a solo battle.
Right,
Right.
but we're not going to go do the fight with you, but
Okay.
somebody can be there to back you up.
Well, not the way he's going.
That's true. I thought about that. Just thought about that.
We need to figure out. I think we need to get the skull out of Raven. We need to figure out how we can feasibly do that.
You're not just going to pick it up on the way when we go for the big.
Oh,
Final
because we gotta
hurrah.
bring it back.
We have to bring it back.
Bring these guys so we can have
Yeah.
an extra army.
Oh, you want them to come help us too? Mm.
Mm.
The commander's not going to let him.
But the light alone, bringing sunlight back.
Yes, I agree. I think we could probably convince them to not listen to their boss,
Done, Ken.
Wait.
or maybe the
What-
silver dragon
What we
king.
need to be doing is chipping away at the edges. You know, all these advantages.
I'm up for
that
I'm up for
Strahd has.
Ravenloft recon rescue.
How would you recon Ravenloft?
We've got a
We've got the
map to
map.
start.
Yeah, we got the
Yes.
map first of all.
Yeah.
Second of all, we've got 2 places in Ravenloft we can jump into, right?
We don't.
We're not sure where they are in there, but
So you've looked at the
we
map.
kind of have an
Let's
idea.
pull out the map.
Not that map.
You want the other map?
But this map.
Oh, no, but yes, we have the details of it inside, but how do we get there? What's around it?
We could just take the. We use the teleporter.
Well, the only teleporter is up on the mountain. One in the abbey.
And the Ravenloft Spire, and then the Ravenloft Dungeon.
Yeah, so that's places we're going to. But to get to them, we have to go either up on the mountain
Oh,
or
Yeah.
the abbey.
I was gonna go back to the Abbey. We know where it is. We know who's there.
And if, as Pa is saying, he's not worried about us, then he's not really caring that we're his.
Yeah, and then there's also going back to the Abbey is good because then we can see if Strahd thing torch the place. So
Let's go check out this.
I mean, maybe Frankenstein isn't doing so hot right now.
Or, you know,
A fear of smoke rising above the town.
if Strahd was worried about it being used, he would move it or.
He wouldn't have brought you a gift. That we...
Well, that. But maybe would
Did
have.
he explicitly say that, hey, you should continue to use this?
No. Here, listen to what I'm saying. If he was concerned about us using the teleporters, he would have removed it or turned it off or somehow disabled it, or he probably wouldn't just leave it there. So I mean, it's probably worth. It might be worth going back to Abby.
Back to the Abbey.
Yeah, we're not going up in the mountain to use that one.
Well, we could go back to the mountain if something goes wrong. My familiar alerts me.
We have to keep the Abbey here.
Of course, it's the opposite direction. It is closed.
All right, have you dispatched?
Sure.
Okay.
Al.
With Al, and you're enhanced or aided or whatever it is.
Yep. Got
Roided up.
All right.
roided up on my hit points.
Hugs, goodbye, farewell. Hope to see you again someday. Good luck on your quest.
Where shall I meet you?
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, are we meeting back here? Or are we?
Or the lodge. Either or.
Yeah. Or the lodge, or
I prefer the lodge only because
Honestly, doesn't
we're
matter.
not staying in the same place twice.
Honestly,
Yeah, I
it
think
doesn't
Strahd.
matter.
It seems like Strahd knows.
Yeah.
Strahd can.
He knows we're there.
He knows that we're here.
Yeah.
The infamous.
Oh, he doesn't seem so crazy anymore, does he?
No, he doesn't.
If he can see everything, then why hasn't he just come and gotten?
Also, I'm not convinced that.
We're not a threat.
But why he wants Ireena? He knows where she is.
Come get her.
Why hasn't he
not?
already come and got her?
Why is he
That's a
not getting
good
her?
question. There's
actually, yeah. Does Ireena have any bite
Well-
marks on her?
Yes.
Yes.
No,
It's not
like
your
fresh
secret
ones.
to tell.
Which I already did tell them.
She covers her neck.
Oh, you think he stopped by in the night for a snack something?
Somewhere in the past.
I'm wondering.
It's true. I've been bitten twice. It's
Bad news.
that's why I'm so keen on destroying him before I'm encountered again. I find myself powerless in his presence.
it could have something to do with the curse as well. That he can't be near her until something,
That's news to me.
Oh, what was his curse, right?
Read it back.
Yeah, you
And,
guys have
It's I know that's
Earth
the
Elemental.
Steps on your head and make sure
The curse Strahd's the catch to his curse is that he can never be near or with or
yeah. Every time he gets close to wedding his beloved, she
dies.
one way or another dies.
so maybe he has a plan in place that he's enacting and it just takes time. Just waiting until all the pieces fall in place.
So we're saying his goal is to get to the point
Well, that's been his goal all along.
he doesn't care about anything. He's not worried about anything else getting in particular.
It could be that he's so strong and so old that, or he thinks he's invincible, and that's why he doesn't view us as a threat. Or maybe he truly is invincible, to some extent, and we're
Which
just
makes me nervous as to what are we doing.
Well, that's because he hasn't met General Stryder and his minions, Ravagers of Ravenloft, Sacker of Strahd.
There you go.
You fly south,
leveled up. We got
due
the special
south
artifact.
almost, due south from Argynvostholt. Largely for the first portion of your journey, you're following along the river.
Mhm.
And then you start following the line of the mountains higher and higher up. The temperature drops considerably. What bird did you choose?
Eagle.
Giant eagle. And temperature drops significantly, and the Amber Temple. I guess that's the question: is are you heading for the Amber Temple? Yes.
Yes. I need to talk to the guys with the wolf who can point me to where I need to go.
And so you fly to the Amber Temple. You come to the front of the Amber Temple like you did once before, and you remember the crack, the crevice in the barrier, and where you went in. And as you approach it, there's a familiar flicker of firelight as the eagle moves forward,
Mm-hmm.
closer as an eagle still.
Oh yeah.
You've been in the eagle for something less than an hour.
Right. Okay.
It's a question of how close do you want to get.
Right.
As he contemplates this, we're back to you guys. It's 9 a.m. Gloin finally pulls himself out of his, fine, I'll wake up.
You already kicked me.
Do you want crazy ideas? You know what I think? I think it's time we go to Ravenloft and go talk with Strahd.
We've done that before.
With Ireena?
No, not with Ireena.
If Ireena
We've
say,
done that before.
Have we?
We've talked to him before.
And Ruckus
he
ended
put
up in
Ruckus
chains.
under a spell.
True.
And he could very easily do it to all of us. Then we're doing whatever.
So-
May or may not be, I don't know.
I guess, and this might be above the table, but there's multiple ways this can go. Multiple ways of lifting the curse. I don't know if that was that told to us?
well, Madam Ava believes you could end the curse using the artifacts with Ireena in the specific room you're supposed to be in the.
But yeah, okay, so that's a fair point. But she didn't say how. She didn't say you had to kill Strahd to end the curse.
Yeah, she
Right.
wasn't that specific.
You just have to get the artifacts and something would
That's
happen that. So maybe we're thinking about it in the wrong way.
And the abbot seemed to think that if you were to join him with his beloved, that might lift the curse.
Right.
But his beloved is Ireena, and she's not interested in going back there.
I will not go back to them. I'd
she's
sooner
gonna try to
kill
kill him.
myself.
Abbott was going to try the Frankenstein Ireena, right?
Yeah,
I thought you said
but you've
right.
seen that abomination. There's no way
Well,
that'll work.
What we don't know, and what we haven't heard is what Strahd thinks will lift.
And you think we're just gonna go have a parlay with him, and he'll just be cool and
You parlayed with him before? How
yeah,
was
look how that turned out.
Yeah.
He offered you a
You got a
winery.
winery out of the deal.
You got a winery out of it.
I got a
didn't you?
winery out of the deal, and I was his stooge for a week.
Day, but yeah.
It was maybe 2 hours in D&D time, but it felt
It could have been multiple sessions.
yeah, it was.
What do? Back to Stryder.
I will
Going in there and getting that skull.
revert to my form.
You're back to human.
Yep.
In your cold winter gear.
And I will work my way in the crevice to get to them
So you go in. So you go into the room, and I put away that map. Why did I do that? Not Argynvostholt. So slow.
Oh crap! Where are we now? What do we do?
Now we're back to me for a second.
Oh,
No. I'll fill you in while.
Yeah.
We've heard from Adam. Heard from that, heard all these. Never heard what Strahd is. What Adam Davis said. Bring all these relics and all the stuff to the right room, the right time with Strahd. He'll look same thing about killing Strahd. So we don't necessarily know that that's the way that it is.
So you peek in the room. Give me a stealth check.
Oh,
15 plus 6 is 22.
Yeah.
Guy doesn't have a history of being.
You peek in, and they all seem to be huddled around. At this time, it's 9 a.m. No, it's closer for you. Closer to 10 a.m. Closer to 10 a.m. And you peek in there, and they're huddled around a fire, and they seem to be.
He's charged.
That's not evil.
Okay.
It's deceitful.
Now,
It
that
itself
that
is not a good.
is that
characteristic.
talk that I can understand, or is it a wildling language
not
that
us
I
doing
am
it.
not able to understand?
Oh, that's a great question.
Right.
I mean,
That's a great question.
my-
I think with your gift, you would understand them. No, you can't, because that's not how I wrote the adventure. No, you don't understand them yet.
Hmm.
You have not completed your ritual.
Battle, is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was able to go into Ravenloft. I'm in favor. Not to go talk to him intentionally, anyways.
Okay.
As you kind of push yourself through.
Just to go get the skull.
After this.
So,
Well, that's going to be an interesting situation. How do I convey what I want to do?
how do you present yourself to these guys?
Right.
You do have your spear,
True.
which is at least part of a symbol of authority and power within the druid and wildling camps.
True. So I'll make sure that I have that out, but not more. I'll hold it in a way that is more almost like a staff, like walking. Like I'm not brandishing it.
Yeah.
I'm not coming in
Gotcha.
two-fisted.
Gotcha.
And so I will enter the room. I'll stay near the crack, but I'll make myself present myself.
All right.
And I'll have the staff out. I'll have it kind of leaned out away from me, sort of in a gesture of,
Yep.
I'm not here to attack. I'm just standing here.
Okay. So as you present yourself, the large gets down right in front of you and just burns.
Okay.
Protecting his tribe.
Sure.
The rest of them turn around in commotion. They dash for their weapons in defensive measure, and now there's multiple things in ice inside the cave, and they're praying in front of the cave. What's this meaning to you?
Possible, but 2 people.
What do you think the cave is?
Perjury.
What do you think the cave is? What's in the cave?
What's in the
Sangzor.
cave?
What is Sangzor?
Is
Is he a person?
no, he's a critter.
Okay, so why would you think Sangzor is in the cave?
Maybe they're going to feed him.
Maybe. Okay. So they're praying in front of the cave with the things encased in ice in the cave.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Shakes her head. Next picture. They're all praying in front of the cave. Bowing, praying in front of the cave. Yes?
Yes.
Similar to right? Next picture.
No.
What do you see?
I see a demonic goat and shredded people, and they're running.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just this anarchy.
And then she takes a knife, a dagger out of her sheath, pulls it through her hand, squeezes, and drips of blood drop into the snow.
No.
Go to color your part.
Sangzor. Ugh.
Big scary.
Yeah, big scary.
Big scary goat.
Scary goat.
I didn't ask
All
how
right.
big the goat was.
Next final picture.
All right.
That's exactly what you wanted.
Yeah, path to the mountain. Path to the cave.
Don't
Excellent.
go, it'll kill you. Here's how you.
So
Right.
you get there. No, she just told him the story.
Right. Yeah.
Giant goat killed the people that were praying to the other people in the paper bag.
Yeah.
Frozen.
Oh yeah,
So,
the popsicle people.
Okay.
Frozen. Frozen. And she goes, and she
Let
says,
it go,
"Come."
let it go.
She said, "Come," and she leads you out into the snow, to a plateau, and she starts digging away the snow with her hands, clearing the snow away. Some of the other wildlings get in there with her, clear it away, and soon it clears off a block of ice. Inside, encased in the ice, is a wildling, a male wildling, with a crown on its head, a spear in its hand. It's not your spear, a spear in its hand. Fujin! Sangzor! Ah!
Right. Here.
Get him.
Get him, Stryder. All right.
How many
I
different
understand.
contexts are we going to mix up?
All of them.
I'll nod my. I get it, and I will reach into my. I'll reach into the pouch that we all had our treasure in, and I will.
Don't be specific. You throw them, toss them a handful of coins. Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, the gold. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to be more specific. You give them an offering, And they look at you and they watch it fall in the snow, and it's just like, Sang's no. So the question is, now what are you going to do?
I'm going to head up the trail. I gotta go.
You're
face
going to
it.
walk up the trail. You're going to climb the cliffs. And you're going to go through the snow instead of the other means of transportation that might be available to you.
Well,
Owl flies up, hands on the shoulder.
Well, but you use that, then you turn back into a person.
right.
So if he wants to use it on the way home, you gotta save it.
That's where I'm at.
Right.
But it sounds like the.
No, no, you
If
can.
he uses it to fly up there, that means he's walking back down.
But this is a treacherous path, snow-covered cliffs you're going to be walking up. It's fine, just so you know.
All right. You know what?
You've experienced this
Yep.
on the way up to the Amber Temple.
Right.
It's not fun.
No.
It's not fast.
Right. All right. You know what?
Unless you.
That's all right. I got a plan.
Okay.
That's a master plan.
We're gonna make a sled.
No, I will. What I will do is, so as not to cause them consternation or whatever. So, I've put some coins. They're looking at me like I got two heads. I want to move off enough so that when I transform, it's not obvious to them. I don't want to like cause a kerfuffle with them.
Why not?
Oh well, that's. Are they?
Wouldn't that-
Oh, they are. You said
Wouldn't that be a
Wildlings are
show of power?
Sure. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm not as well versed in all that.
Curious, is there any evidence of skeletal horse frozen in the snow?
Oh, good point.
Still strapped to a cart.
Oh, you're back at the Amber Temple?
I am.
How long would it last?
It's a horse.
It's undead. isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's there.
Fair point. Well, that's good to know.
I was wondering if, like, maybe the
Yeah.
Wildlings had.
Well, so if you
No.
get back here, at least you could ride. You could ride the horse.
It is a
Ride
skeletal
and wagon
horse.
back. Yep.
Right. Yeah, I'm
Well,
not quite sure how that works.
yeah,
But,
yeah.
yeah. It's a conjured horse, but it's still
All right.
a horse.
Fine. I'll take your cue, and I will wild shape back into my gold giant eagle and make for the peak.
Yeah, and so as you do, yeah, that's just another affirmation that you are one of them.
Mm-hmm. Good point. Yep. All right, giant eagle to the peak.
All right, back to you guys.
Yeah.
It's
Thanks
still
for bearing with, guys.
9 a.m. ish for you guys.
So Ta has just
Got to do
thrown
the
out
thing you want to
that
do.
maybe we should go to Ravenloft and talk to Strahd.
I'm with you with going to Ravenloft. You lost me at Strahd. I think it's a very risky thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very risky, but I mean, the whole endeavor is risky.
Should we not gather our?
Well, this would be my goal is to get the skull.
Is okay. Is there a way to talk to him without physically being in front of him?
Would it matter? He's everywhere.
I would just say if we could Skype him instead of standing nose to nose with him, that
I'm
might
still
be a
very
little safer.
confused with all the information we have. We still don't know what. What is?
I think
our
that's a
end
very
game?
good point.
That's
What's going to kill Strahd if he's a lich? What do we need? We need to find the reliquary.
well, and where I'm at is, do we even need to kill Strahd to lift the curse?
I think it's also a fair point.
I mean,
but
that's an assumption we've made that.
All right, I'm back on. Does that answer your question? Question?
And the stadiums.
Luckily, yes, the luckiest character.
Honda. The spectrum.
So you were making the argument that maybe we don't need to kill him. Maybe we just
Yeah,
need
maybe
to-
we're looking at it in the wrong way, and maybe because Strahd is clearly up to something. He has a plan, and we don't know what his plan is.
insight check on top. because this is a 90-degree turn, even for him. And
Yeah.
Varinka,
you're absolutely right, it's
Varinka is
90-degree
very
turn.
protective of Ireena, and he doesn't see how Ireena doesn't come out hurt from all this. She does.
And you're wondering if
Yeah.
somehow this letter
Tell me what
scrambled
you're
his
rolling
brain.
and
Tell-
tell me what
yeah,
wonders.
you're rolling your
Power
check,
in
but
the
tell me what
bottom.
you're trying to glean.
I'm trying to glean whether
And now he's
being
all, Strahd's
honest
not such a
about
bad guy.
this desire to find a
Now that he read his
non-violent
little political flyer.
way to end Strahd in order to lift the curse for us to get out.
Okay.
You want me to-
Oh,
Huh?
no, he
I already
rolled.
rolled and it
He
rolled
asked
pretty
for
bad.
it.
I have pretty good insight though.
What'd you roll to start with?
2. A 2 plus.
2 plus. Is it like 10?
It's good. 5. So it's 7.
7. All right. Yeah. Well, I think your instincts are warranted. However, he's making sense. It's not like, yeah, okay, this might be a different attitude than he had yesterday, and coincidentally, he did get this thing addressed to him, but he is making sense.
I can't argue with that. There may be an answer where you've not really been focusing on. But I don't see how Ireena ends up unhurt by this, and I'm not going to allow her to be injured in all this.
Ireena would chime in. I'm really not comfortable presenting myself to Strahd without Stryder and his friends.
You wouldn't be going.
I'm not comfortable presenting myself to Strahd at all.
That is a fair concern. That is-
Once bitten,
it's a fair concern.
once
No,
brainwashed.
It's a fair concern. How do you have that conversation without getting?
Do you
charged by
not
it?
have means of penetrating his castle without actually being there?
Use a Banff brazier.
Well,
That would get us in there, but then we'd
But you
Yeah, but
scouted so much of the temple without even moving.
You know,
True.
that's an idea.
I could definitely.
If we think
get
one
close.
of the braziers pops us into Ravenloft, where he's saying,
Did we not try that? Was there not a person sitting right there?
let's just say, we could use it. Either try to talk through it, or go there, but be sitting there with the pebble in our hand, ready to bamf out of
And
there
I do
if
have.
there's trouble and get the heck out.
I do have the message spell.
How far does that work?
Yeah, there's another spell that goes further.
Yeah. That's the one.
You have the cantrip.
It's cantrip. Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun. It's 120 feet.
So how do you propose to have this conversation with him?
I don't know.
He seems to be watching. Can we not just say, Strahd, Strahd?
That's true.
I'm pretty sure you don't want to do that, Ireena. We don't
Well,
want to
what
invite
questions
him.
are we
He's
asking
a vampire.
him?
Don't invite a vampire anywhere.
Well, this is not exactly our house. I think he could come in here if he so chooses.
But yeah, he didn't last
So
night.
I mean that factors into my thinking as well, is that clearly he knows everything we've done, and
Maybe
is
not everything.
still-
Maybe he just knows his sense of heart.
I think he knows more than
We think.
we think he knows.
It's as if he's waiting for something.
He can't get close to it.
Yeah, he's waiting for you, Ireena.
But here I am.
That's
Come
true.
take me.
That's
if
the
he's-
only. I don't think he's. I don't know why he has.
I don't. It's not that he can't be near her. He can't have.
Yeah, he's been with her twice.
But I'm not fully converted. I shall not fully converted. I'd rather kill myself than let
That's
myself.
why he
Let's
hasn't
avoid
completed
that.
He's waiting for something to happen in order to
consummate the final.
And she gets very quiet. Ireena gets very quiet. I think
Yeah.
she kind of, just like you don't want to share your secret, I don't share.
And on that note,
I'll show you mine if you show me yours. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm hearing.
Dirty old
As
woman.
a bonus action, turn into a golden dragon.
Right here in the building?
holy sh!
Damn, Gloin leveled up. Like a full
He
size.
seriously just turned into a full-size gold dragon
He
here
just-
in the
A
atrium of the
gold
building.
dragon worm.
How big's that? Like a dog?
No. It's let's bring it up.
Like the size of a horse?
Now, one thing I didn't explain to you was dragons have spells, but you have your spells. You can cast your spells as a dragon. You don't get the dragon spells, though. Follow? You do have the breath, that is, but you don't have spell. You don't have the dragon spell.
I didn't even know dragons had spells. Well, that would have been news.
Well, I don't know
But
if
the
it-
news that as a dragon I still have my spells.
That's cool.
That's not bad. You're gonna get my fire breath and a fireball.
Yeah, how about it? And a boatload of hit points.
Which is
I would
why I
assume.
want to be 10th level, because then I would be a young gold.
This was you were saying you were showing your special gift you got from the Amber Temple.
I'll show
Man,
you.
poof!
Bonus action.
Holy crap!
Bonus action.
Yeah, that was
back.
a bonus action.
Wormlings. How big's that?
medium dragon.
So what's how big?
It's medium size, so it's human size.
Okay. Wow.
And she stumbles back. It's like, my gods, what has happened to you?
I've already bonus action back.
Yeah, I was like, Ruckus is just like, that's cool. Nice.
La 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 la, abracadabra. Focus cadabra, half dragon, half person.
Whoa. That's your gift from the gods, huh? Got
Ireena,
some.
tell us your secret.
Oh, yeah.
You mean Ireena?
Oh yeah, Ireena says. It's got me.
I've been shown what must be done to end Strahd.
Go on.
I must deal the killing blow. I must present myself as a bride. But before we take our final vows, I must deal him killing blow.
With Sunsword?
Sun Sword is a weapon that will get us there. This is the gods. Well, I don't know if even he knows this.
Knows it. I'm joking.
You can't.
That's what I heard.
Hopefully, he cannot hear every freaking thing we say. Come on, stop it.
Yeah, but think about the context of what that was said and who said it. He knows now. Chaotic magic got a message in a demon
Can I
box.
do an insight on him?
On who? Ta?
Ta. Saying he knows now. What
Oh, you
they're
think he's-
insinuating is I might be a spy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You drank the Kool-Aid when you read that letter, and now you're his patsy.
20 something, right?
Who would allow such a thing to happen?
21. There's no reason to believe he's the spy. Despite his odd behavior, you are fairly convinced that he is not in league with Strahd. At least, not that you can tell. Alright, so that's where we begin next week.
Just so Ruckus might ask you, just and maybe off to the side, sort of, did your gift come with strings attached? Gift. So what? Someone dragging it somebody or something?
You know what?
It's funny that you would ask that. Why would you ask that?
Because I'm pretty sure I'm killing somebody at least a week. And
Once a week?
oh, probably more often. Aren't we killing people on a regular basis?
Well,
As long as you continue adventuring.
And I'm sure with my
there's the whole, like, good
personality,
alignment.
there's
Yeah,
always going to be
question,
someone
right?
pissing me.
Well, it depends who you're killing. I mean, there's plenty of evil
Fair enough.
humanoids.
Yeah, you can. That's a huge category. How many goblins do we kill on a regular basis, or orcs, or whatever?
The goblin a human?
Hashtag
Yes.
not all
Yes.
goblins.
Anything with 2 legs and 2 arms. I'm not worried about having to kill. Seems to come now.
Oh
Why just sit
no!
there
I
to
lost
me?
my. It says it's going.
That is my
Video?
wife. 100%.
Yeah, pretty
What?
much. Cat's sleeping peacefully.
Yeah, so
Gotta mess with
you can't see it from here, but it just says, on my way to pet a cat, clearly that wants to be left the F
Oh,
alone.
it's still going.
And it's all proud walking up. Little kid walking all proud up in a jumpsuit. That's Molly. I tell her leave the cats alone, they'll come to you. Nope. She gotta run right up to that dang cat. Cat runs off. Her skirt's
Molly?
away. Oh yeah.
Cats are. If
These
he
two
just
cats.
If he just sits down, those cats will come.
Yeah.
They want a lap to lay.
Those two cats are really friendly if you leave them alone. They come to you almost every time. But her previous cats, they were always willing to just let her hold them and grab them. I don't know if she raised them from kittens, that's why.
They all have their own personality.
Okay, so I
Yeah,
think
we're done.
I think we're done,
Yeah,
right?
done.
So
That's the only reason why I started.
Gold Dragon has been revealed.
everybody
Ireena's
happy
secret
now?
has been revealed. Strider's on his path to on his
Glory and honor.
quest.
And Frostbite.
A mysterious gift was better than I could have ever hoped.
Who's gift?
the mysterious gift.
A mysterious gift.
So you still didn't answer my question of if we're all going to play the game together, we're going to be seeing if whether he succeeds or not.
Yeah. So yeah, we're doing this. I'm just kind of intermitting.
But it won't be a surprise. It won't be like Stryder showing up at
then don't come next week.
So yeah, so or
We could play it off.
yeah, we could play. David and I could
I
go.
want to see the battle.
What's that?
Well,
I kind of want to see the battle.
you want to see it live? We can record it, but it's still not a surprise.
I guess
Your own
would
session and you can stream.
Christian like it to be a surprise for the rest of us?
But then if we got your familiar there, we're going to see it anyway, and you're wanting to react and go help.
Well, you can
him.
only see it if really only Rink can see it, and that's if she goes catatosic and
Sorry,
trances.
say that again.
You can only look through your familiar's eyes if you go catatonic and
Yes.
and
But it can give me updates.
For how far away?
It's on
Oh.
the same plane.
Oh, okay.
so
Well, so to answer Ken's question, I mean, I guess I just don't. I don't want that.
You don't want
I-
Monopoly.
Exactly. Thank you, Glenn. That's exactly right. I don't.
yeah.
You know,
but I
and-
think we can do 10 minutes here and there, and we'll get through your story.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Meanwhile, back on the mountain.
as long as you guys are willing to sit through it.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I just don't want that to be.
Interesting. I'm sure Dave can now.
I do just what we did tonight.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
We'll find a natural stopping point and we'll cut back over to the other side.
All right. Well, if everyone's content with that, I am too.
Now, there has been a nomination of... Ken, are you still with us?
I am.
To maybe throw in an extra time, an extra playing period. We're in the middle of winter, right? Doing stuff outside's maybe a Saturday if anyone were interested.
Online or coming.
Is coming here such a drag?
Yeah.
Well, he lives.
It is a bit
He's
of a
the
drive
farthest
from
away.
He's
Washington.
farthest away.
No,
He lives in
Washington's pretty
Pekin.
far, too.
South side of
You could dial. You could dial.
But we could even put in a longer session if we
Or-
wanted to on a Saturday.
I'm the one who's. I know I suggested it at least, but I was thinking like when we get close to the time drop, that's what I was considering. Is it might be nice to have like a closer interval so that we're all fresh in the whole scene of big thing we're gonna do. Yeah, we get into Ravenloft, we're gonna be eager to kind of like stay fresh with it. That was my thought, anyways.
Not the 29th,
Okay?
but I think that's the only day I got something going.
It seems like we're taking a big jump back too. Like all of a sudden we're like, wait a minute. Hey,
Oh yeah, I thought we were going there tonight.
that was my.
I did too.
I'm a little let down